Yo, Pedro, I see
What
a
up?
few more people here than usual.
Yeah, I think it's because of you and I. I don't know. Who
No,
knows?
probably not. Welcome to the Pedro and Hannibal YouTube channel. This is a very unique channel where we two men around 40 talk sports and a bunch of other stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are familiar with Pedro's channel. He talks about, I think, DoorDash or something.
Are you
You guys
trolling already, bro? You trolling already, stuff, bro? You feeling
you know, we talk about gig work, and I think a lot of people are here from gig work. And if you've been on my channel, I talk about a woman named Tiffany Hayard for the most part. So we hang out here about an hour or so, at least once a week. We hang out, talk about a lot of different things. I talk about all types of crazy stuff. So Nick's ain't playing. So this is a perfect time to bring out our guest that I wanted to talk to for a very long time, to be honest. Way before, I guess, a lot of the stuff that he's going through in terms of the drama and everything. But
the timing's a little weird. I know some of y'all are like, oh, me and Hannibal been talking about this shit for a minute, having him on the show. So
it is what it is. You know, people are not going to. No one's going to believe that. But if Dennis was able to find that what do you call it, that Instagram post, he would see it. And so I was trying to talk to him a couple of weeks ago. Actually, let's bring in nothing but silicone with the 50 already starting.
Let me read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Dennis, Pedro, and Hannibal. Much respect to all three of you. Can you guys please help me? Eli is bullying me. Well,
you know what? Before let's get the Eli thing out of the way before we bring Dennis, because to be honest, I'm not here to talk about Eli. Yeah. I'm really not really interested. But he said something, and I want to put it out there real quick before we get into.
I saw it. Did you read it? I read that.
Yeah, I'm going to read it, and we're going to get over with, and then we'll talk to Dennis, because I really want to talk to him, not about what necessarily what he's going through with, but a more of a general sense. But let me show you guys what he said. It's a long post, but he seemed really upset, and it's interesting. The last time we spoke about Eli,
no, we don't, because
we moved past it, but it's fine. So I just want to read this real quick, and then I'll have my response, and then maybe Pedro will agree or not. So he put it right here. Actually, make it even bigger. Okay. All right. Dennis, please take my word on this. Forget everything else for now. Do not go on Pedro and Hannibal's show tonight. They will use you as a locale. If you go to Pedro and Hannibal's show, the same Eli haters will be there and donate the same large amounts to Pedro and Hannibal like they did to you when I was on your channel. The intent is to trigger you.
Thanks, Silicone. Appreciate it.
I don't want that happening to you. I was on the Pedro and Hannibal show many months ago, and the same thing happened. I'm willing to put everything on the line to prove that this is the truth. Dude, don't give them this. You are better than that. Interesting, because I think literally the last alive, he was like threatening him, but whatever. Watch my Walking with Purpose stream later tonight. Okay, I have better ideas. Okay, I hope you don't give the stupid local content and large donations they want, bro. If you end up going there, I have no doubt it would be a shit show in the same ways that they've done to me on your channel and on Pedro and Hannibal's in the past. Pedro, don't be triggered, buddy, for me trying to protect that innocent man from your shilling fluffer nutter contact. LOL. If you want to come at me, Pedro, if you want to come at someone, Pedro, come at me.
What? Come at me?
Yeah. You know what he meant. Hopefully that's what he meant. Okay, so real quick. Eli, if you want to come on, email me. I'm going to have my phone ready. If you want, I'll send you the link, and you can come on to come at Pedro. If you're ready to come at, right?
Thanks for running that by me, Hannibal. Appreciate that.
I did not, but I didn't email yet. Do you want me to email him the link?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay. Or you know what? Email me. I know you may be online. Someone may send that to him. If you're interested in coming on after your walk and you want to go after Pedro or something, whatever that meant, you're welcome to. Or you can come on later, whatever. We can invite you on, blah, blah, blah. But if you have some issues with whatever Pedro's doing, even though Pedro has not talked about you in a while, I haven't. So I don't know what you're upset about.
Nothing.
But if you have grievances, you're welcome to come on. Just email me. And I'll check the emails as we talk, and we'll bring you on. And maybe after Dennis, I don't know if Dennis is interested, but actually, let me bring him on.
Let's bring the show, the main. Yeah. Can we put him in the middle somehow? Isn't that better?
I don't know. Is he? You could. Yeah, swing on like that.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, man? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, definitely. So if you don't mind, people may hate, hit you with the hate super chats and all that. I would prefer to not have them read. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. No, all love to Eli. Like I told Eli, I have no issue with him. I mean, I don't know why he's going there. I mean, just be about love. Who cares?
I think it's probably he's paranoid. I think a lot of that is paranoia, and how it was interesting when we did talk to him. He didn't have that same energy, but I guess things went. Things went down before.
They never.
Shout out to $2 super chat for Nab. I think that's one of Dennis's loyal listeners.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
That's cool. Yeah, I've seen him over there.
Yeah, this is going to be a different conversation, to be honest. We don't have the same feelings for like Eli. That was a conflict. That was drama. So let's like you mentioned before we started, drama is what you have. So like, is that your intent when what initially inspired you to start your YouTube channel? Like, what was the goal? Was it just to kind of just start and kind of see what goes? Like, what was your goal when you have your YouTube channel?
So originally, I was on a podcast show, and I was kind of scared to do YouTube. I used to do in Vegas Uber and Lyft. So I had people, and I would tell them old stories of me blowing through all my inheritance, all this money I had, and making mistake after mistake after mistake, and then me becoming more conservative politically, and once being a liberal. And, they would be fascinated, like, oh my God, we want more. Like, where can I, can we link up? And, I want to hear more. And they would always tell me to make a YouTube channel, but I just didn't really know how to do it. I didn't feel like I had the confidence to do it. And what happened was I was on a podcast. I left that show, and I was going to do a reaction YouTube channel based on that podcast, because we had, a couple bad moments. But then I'm thinking to myself, why am I going to start this journey off of hate that I have at that moment for people, that I knew was going to be, resolved in the future. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do videos about me. So I started doing videos that were about 5 minutes in regards to like doing DoorDash, people not tipping, etc. And then after like 2 weeks, I had a breakdown because I just had like my seat was stuck forward. So I'm like sitting like this in the car, and I'm like frustrated. And, I'm literally like paycheck to paycheck, struggling. So I did a video talking about how I want to be better than this. I used to be the guy putting on events and shows, etc. And now I'm delivering $6 cheeseburgers. I was the $6 cheeseburger guy. And that video went viral. And then at that point, I started inspiring people. They started coming to the channel out of nowhere. I go from, 50 people, and then 2 weeks later, I'm at like 2,000, to where these people are all inspired. Like, you're the first person in this space that is telling the truth. Like, you're a real person. You're telling the truth about the fact that we're not making money. We're making like $18 to $17 after taxes. Remember, this is or gas and taxes. This is like in 2021, or actually 2022, that I started the channel. So that's what started my channel. And then I turned it more so at that moment. I just wanted to be more of like a vent session, like people that are struggling in life, people that are either broke, old, and miserable, or you are a simp and you don't get women, any mess of whatever you got going on in your life. I wanted you to come to my channel and be open. And that's what it was at first. But now, a year and a half later, it turned into bashing people that got problems in their life. Right. So it scared away those people that originally started my channel, like all about uplifting each other. And it was based actually off of Pedro, because Pedro, I used to see your ride-alongs. You were all about the no tip, no trip. And I kind of copied that, except for I was no ride-alongs. I was doing more of like my day throughout the day, and then more of like positivity and make the best of this and try to get to the next level. So that's pretty much what it was. It was between him, and there was a couple other YouTubers I just copied and tried to make it my own. But that was the start of my YouTube channel.
Yeah, because I remember that video you're talking about that went I think about 300,000 views at one point. It was a big, because you're living in your car with, which is difficult to do. I mean, I never experienced that. So when I see someone going through that, it's something that, can be inspiring, especially if you have like I said, a positive way of looking at it. I can get out of this. And gig work, as much as gig work gets a lot of negative attention, as sometimes it wasn't for gig work, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Pedro wouldn't be doing what he's doing. Like, I don't do it. I'm still a, independent contractor, but without me complaining about Uber Eats and the $2 offers, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, where I'm able to kind of achieve a lot of things. So we have that kind of love-hate relationship. So what I find about how interesting about your channel, there's a love-hate relationship with people come on your channel. They don't like I don't know if they like you or they don't like you. And it's not just the chat. It's not the people in the chat. As you bring on people in the panel that I don't know if they like you or don't like you. Like, you have a very unique channel. But I also have noticed that it's more on the people who are criticizing you and giving you a hard time. So I'm wondering, like, when you finish doing a live stream, how do you feel?
Okay, so lately, the past 2-3 days, I felt good, even with all the hate. But prior to that, wasn't really fulfilled. I was kind of like dreading doing YouTube. Like, I lost my smile when it came to YouTube. Shawn Michaels, it got old, because I'll tell you this. And by the way, the homeless, and I don't want people, because they're gonna call me a liar in regards to that. So technically, when I was in Wilmington, when I went viral, I wasn't homeless. I was renting a house. I was actually just in the car all day. So what I did was I was in the car, and I was trying to make a way for me to see my son while working all day. So I was literally just living out of the car. So I would just stay in the car all day, and then I'll go shower, and then I would wake up and do whatever. So in Vegas, like 4 years prior, I had like a 6-month period that I was homeless. But other than that, I've never been homeless. I don't want to put that out there. But I don't really feel good. I was not feeling good. Now I got my confidence back. I'm happy. I know what I want to do. I got direction with this channel. So now and it started with the Eli interview. It was more of me doing what I wanted to do. And I'm like, why do people hate this guy? And they kind of hate him for the same reasons as, that they hate me. I believe, because I know nothing about this guy, and I'm throwing hate his way. I'm going to do this.
I'm sorry for interrupting you real quick. Why do you think they don't like him? Like, if you had to guess, why do you think they don't like Eli?
It's more so the past year of me being in the gig space. When I was in gig space, every time I heard Eli's name, it was always like, this is a bad guy because of this or that. But I never heard a story. I just heard he's a bad guy. He's a this, he's that. But I personally never heard anything that would make me not like him, So I didn't understand not having him on. I'm like, this would be a good conversation, because I think I can make him likable, even though it went, off the rail. But I think that hour and 40 minutes that I had him on, and I controlled the conversation for the most part and let him get off what he wanted to get off, I think it looked good for him. And that's what I was trying to do, but he didn't understand that, because I'm trying to take my channel a different route. Now I'm trying to be more, I want to say positive, but just more clear, sharing game, and all that.
Pedro, you want to announce all of these super chats and what's going on real quick before we continue? Because I don't know, Thunder is throwing out his
Thunder and Nab, and I believe there was hold on one second. If I can click on the name, Silicone, obviously, and then there was a damn it, G3 dollar. I don't know who that is, but thanks for the $20. I'll heart that little there. Yeah, so thanks for the love, guys. Dennis is here. A lot of you guys are here from his channel. So appreciate that. Hannibal and I talk about all kinds of topics, but we obviously had Eli on. And Dennis, you just touched on something, man. I don't know if Hannibal caught onto it, if you caught onto it, the chat. You kind of like compared yourself to Eli there for a second. You said people don't like him like they don't like me. And like, do you feel like you guys are you guys comparable in some ways? Like, do you feel like it's not justified hate? Because Eli has the people that support him. You have people that support you. I got people that hate me, that support me. Like, do you feel like is there a common thread between content creators that have a good amount of hate, or people that watch them that don't like them, but they watch anyway? Do you think that is there like something in common that we share? What's your answer to that?
No, what it is with Eli, he's done bad things in the past. And I think anybody can, change, and anybody can be redeemed. I think that's his issue. He just said bad things to people, and he picked on, tried to bully, tried to, get payback, because I guess he was bullied from what I was told. But with me, I think what happened was, when I was talking more about struggling and being broke and making people like comfortable with struggling and not doing anything about it. I actually had a guy who was literally a fully blown alcoholic. And it got to the point I had to embarrass myself to embarrass him. I'm like, dude, my gambling that I did is the reason why I'm broke right now, because I made decision to go gamble. Your alcohol drinking is the reason why you are broke. Stop blaming, me, society, government, or whoever. It's your fault. And I think a lot of the times with my channel, when it started, it was a bunch of people who were like, a lot of people winning, but most people were like doing rideshare and struggling and just broke. So when I overcame that in the way I did, more so to where I, came from sleeping in that room in California and LA to being in this place right now, as I continue to grow, me talking about the growth rubs people the wrong way, because they, hate the way I'm getting there. They hate that, they hate the direction. But then on top of that, me going into politics and being a conservative, and of course, I'm not super conservative when it comes to like women's rights and all of that. I don't care about that. But I'm talking about presidential and all of that. Most Black people, vote Democrat. And because of the fact I came out, mind you, in my city, Youngstown, I used to put on events, thousands of people. I put on so many people. They all, for the most part, turned their back on me because I came out that I love Trump, but what he did for what I feel like he did for the community. So when I went into that really turned people. And that was like 6-7 months after, my channel was went viral. And because of the fact now I'm just speaking the truth and facts, people don't like that. So I think that's the issue right now. People don't like the politics. People don't like, me talking about, things happening in the Black community. And then people hating that I'm overcoming. I'm driving a Charger. Yes, it's rented, but I'm driving it to do my gig work. I got a motorcycle that I'm going to own in a year, making payments on it. People are mad that I'm like winning. Life is good for me. I'm happy. I'm in this, so I think that's the reason why, because I'm not supposed to say that. I guess that's ego or whatever. But I mean, Hannibal, you see your channel, you were down there with me like, what, a year ago? I think we were like at the same number, and then you pivoted to something better. Now you're freaking doing your thing and you're out the gig space. So for you not to be able to, take the credit for what you did. And then with Pedro, you were like, I think at 15,000, I started watching you, and you came up, and now you got people that be in your chat trying to throw salt at you because you're making thousands off YouTube. That's what's going on with me. People hate to see any type of win, and that's, I think, what's happening with me.
Question.
Is this the real guy?
Who?
Anyone? I don't know if you have any mods. Let me know if that's the real guy.
Hold on.
Because if he is, he can always let me know if that's Eli. I'll send a link. He can jump in if he wants to, or at least after the conversation. I don't want to interrupt him.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So no.
Damn.
Not, it's fine. I want to ask a question. Dennis,
yeah, go ahead.
And then Hannibal, you go. Dennis, I feel like, and I could be wrong, so push back on me. I feel like you embrace the role of being different and being the villain to some people. I think you like that. And do you, being a Black conservative is trendy for some, but it's real for others, right? Like, do you sometimes embrace certain ideals or messaging that you give to your audience because you know that you're going to get smoked? Because you got the podcast, I want the smoke. You use that lingo. I don't think anybody else, in other podcasts, but within this realm and space, I don't see it. But I see you kind of embracing that role for yourself on your channel. And obviously that can do well for people. People like to have those debates, the little bit of drama, the discord, the friction. Like, it's good. It makes for good entertainment. Plus you can learn things from people that have a different opinion. But I almost see it from me as a viewer of your channel, right? I see it like you purposely do that in some regards because you want the smoke. Does that make sense?
Yes and no. I think what it is so I used to get bullied in my chat. I used to try to be the yes man. I used to try to make everybody happy. And I got fed up and I started roasting people, which is why I started the whole smoke. You want the smoke, and I would just cook people. But what happened was with the politics and everything I talk about, okay, I'm looking at it like this. Before moving to Vegas, I used to be a liberal, not knowingly. Okay, so what happens is I'm looking at, I hate Democrats, and that's the biggest gripe most of the people got on my channel because of the fact.
So like now, you hate when you said you hate Democrats, like that's how you feel about it.
I hate liberals and Democrats because, I mean, think about it. Law and order, like cops being hurt. I get it. Some cops are bad, but most cops are good. And we're like denouncing cops. I hate people that sit for the American flag, for national anthem. I hate the fact that people don't understand that I'm trying to push like the government or somebody to get to Chicago and these cities that are majority Black, that you have 100 people a month shot in a city and like nobody's doing anything. But if this was a white city, okay, with 100 people shot in a month, then you have National Guard there like snap a finger. And if that's not racism, what? So it's like I got to kind of shock people by saying it's kind of like what you call it. I forgot the dude's name, the comedian who was an activist, and he had to become what people call a coon to get his message out there. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my message out there to build my channel up to a point that I can actually influence and actually help. Because when I had, my foot in Youngstown, I was doing programs for kids. I provided entertainment because, with us African Americans, we don't have entertainment in our cities. So I'm actually doing things to try to help, but I was doing it at a smaller scale. Now with YouTube, I'm trying to get to the point of being bigger and being able to influence. And I'm talking about like thousands of views on lives. I'm not talking about like 50 that I'm at right now. So that's my whole point. So people, I turned a lot of people against me, and my chat is a lot of haters. When I got like 40 people watching, but if I got, 60, 70 people, it's more mixed due to the fact that I have flip-flopped with a lot of stuff. Honestly, I flip-flopped. I flip-flopped from jobs, career choices, what car I'm going to drive. I'm going to get a bike tomorrow so I can do this. Do gig work, not do gig work. And as a man, it shouldn't matter to any of these people as long as I'm not taking advantage of you, I'm not hurting you. Let me do me. And as long as I'm improving my life every day. And I think that's the issue that we face. And they're also jealous that most men, they choose broke chicks. That's what I used to do. I used to choose struggle chicks, hood rats, whatever. This is the first woman I got with who I wasn't even comfortable. I was going to not date her because she makes way more than I made legally. Not saying I'm a drug dealer, but she's nurse out here in California, and people are mad that she's with me and I show her all the love. She loves me. I love her. And they don't think I should have her, and she's uplifting me. But before her, I used to pay for all the food on dates. I used to pay for chicks like hair and nails and all that stuff. With her, she'll cuss me out if I even offer. Her parents will cuss me out. So all that combined into one, because I don't bully nobody or talk crap about nobody unless they come at me. And if I do wrong, like I did with Pedro, the one, that video I did about the gig conference, I apologize. Like I was wrong. So I'm just saying. I do that with everybody, but people just find a way to hate me.
You weren't all wrong there, and that doesn't even opinions are good. And some of the things you said, you were spot on. But Hannibal, I want to get your take. I think he said some things that you look like.
Well, I understand what you're saying in terms of having, I guess, contrarian views that at one point change. A lot of people may not be necessarily with that, but I think with your approach. Checking out some of the content, and I've checked out a good amount throughout the months and over, like I said, over a year and change. That is not necessarily just the ideas; it's the delivery. So, and also the fact that people are watching, your viewers are watching, they are helping you, whether they hate you or they don't, or they love you. But when you go after the viewers, the same way you would go after Biden, for instance. That is always going to have, you're going to always have some conflict there. Like I checked out when I look at your channel and have so many people do not like you. And then you think why are you here if you don't like this person? The problem is they could say things to you that gives them, you will react to it. That helps them stay because, and Pedro has this issue sometimes too.
Yep.
Just because they said something does not necessarily mean you need to react to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why my channel has 0 to, I don't even know if they have a troll on my channel. If there's a person saying wild stuff, they get no oxygen. They're gone. They don't even know. I don't even announce it. I could be on a live stream talking. I have, talking about hey, I get a few of the, I guess, Pedro, Hannibal kind of gig work trolls that didn't like me or whatever. They'll say something slick. I'm talking, I'm hitting mute. They're gone. No one even knows that happened. I didn't even point it out. I didn't even announce their presence. I kind of use it as you watch, I'm sure you watch sport. Of course, you play basketball. The streaker, right? The streaker jumps out, runs the in a soccer field, a pitch, whatever. The cameras purposely do not show them. It's like it never fucking happened. That's how I approach trolls. Now, Paige is a little different. And you guys are more of like a streamer kind of content.
Yeah.
I guess. So like you guys are more off the cuff. It's more or less plain. It's people can kind of say something and kind of hit you, and you kind of go 100 miles an hour. But that's kind of like my way of going through it. But like in terms of, let me see if I'm trying to question I have. Like, what do you think are the risks involved you going in this current path you're going? Right? You roast the haters. When you're upset about something, you make a video. I don't know how quick it seems, pretty fast. You're going back and forth with not just content creators, but you're going back and forth with the people in the chat. What do you think? You think there's risk involved? You think this is going in the right direction? Like, tell me what's your view on it?
So I think it's different for you guys and me because you guys went mainstream. You see, when I used to do parties and events and all that, you know the difference from like a struggle rapper and then a national artist. So like me right now, I'm a struggle rapper. You're a national artist because you guys are doing real numbers on YouTube. You can be full time if you want to. You guys have that engagement already to turn it up. With me being at where I'm at right now, I have to engage with every individual person because what made my channel great when I first started is I responded and read every single comment on live. So it made people feel valuable. Made people feel like their time counts or matters because I would answer all the questions. I don't care if it was, dude, why is your head skinny? Like I'm gonna say, because the way I came out of my mom. Like that's the thing. I do every single comment, but now it's kind of hard because there's a lot of comments. So, the problem I face is for me to get to your level that where you guys are at, I have to be consistent. I have to continuously engage with the comments, but I have to do a better job as God, I was for a second, we had a little issue. Bvaz, he's in the chat. I do have to do a little bit of that, not paying attention to the chat. Like right now, I'm not looking at the chat. I got the StreamYard up purposely because I don't want to get distracted by thinking I need to cook that person tomorrow. And I'm going to be thinking with my ADHD what I'm going to say about that person tomorrow. And like I said, it's when that person continuously disrespects me. If somebody just says something like, lighthearted jokes or, dude, you're going to fall or you suck at basketball, I don't care. But when you start talking about my, family or, just something personal, then I want to come at you, which is what happened with the whole Roy situation. So that's just where it's at with me. I have to engage. I have to, because you got to be kind of negative, and it sucks in our culture. You have to be negative to really get there because the positive live or YouTube channels, you have some, but it's a whole different type of form.
It's harder. People like the drama. Yeah. They like the little escape of it sometimes. Not all channels, but I think with us live streamers,
sorry for it. Listen, we're all drama channels. At least me. I'm a drama channel.
I mean, yeah, you're pumping.
So I'm discussing drama, but it's not my drama necessarily. So yes. So Dennis, I don't want you to think, and I know it looks like there's some things are working. So I don't think you need to read someone giving you a hard time to like you should have enough engagement where you can look at someone's comment that is being critical but not insulting. You don't have to read every insulting message. Then you become Eli to a point where you want to control everything and you want to block everybody and kick people out. You don't necessarily do that, but you shouldn't feel to get to the level you want to that you need to take someone insulting you. So the next question I want to ask you is,
if you don't mind, can I just make one little point there? Sure. I want you to remember with Eli, the difference between me and him is that, my engagement is high, which gets you pushed on YouTube. So I go away, I do like a month solid and I get my numbers to like, just say 80 people watching concurrently. But then I go away for like 2 months on a mental health cleanse for some reason. I got a fallout with somebody. Right. So my numbers dip all the way down. So it's more so me building it back up. I got to do the engaging, like every comment. But now I don't have to do it because now I have my numbers back up because I've been consistent for a week. So just keep that in mind. Eli doesn't really have engagement in the chat. So it's kind of different. If he sees something, he's like, oh my God. Right, like you said that. So that's, I mean, it's a big difference from, but now I don't have to do that. So you won't see that as much now because I have like that working for me right now with, the numbers.
Gotcha. Paige, you had a question or? I think I had one real quick. And I asked both of you guys because you guys you guys are very open and honest. I guess I am too, but not as much. Do you regret being so open with your past, being so open with your not just your past, your current situation, your current relationships, your children, and because the reason why I asked that because a lot of it is used against you, whether your past decisions, and it was stuff that it's no one's business but your business. But then once you make it public, you have to deal with the criticism of those decisions, even if you think it's not fair because you put it out there. So I wanted to know if you had to do it all over again, would you have been so open with your situation?
Me personally, no, because remember my channel, see, most people on YouTube are not vulnerable. They're PC, they're trying to be like the perfect guy. I'm all about like giving people the truth of life, like what I had to deal with. I had to deal with, for example, a woman who put a kid on me that I loved her to death. I had the child for 6 years, thinking it was my child. But then the guy gets drug dealer out of jail, and she's like, "Hey, come back to me." And she told me the truth that it was my child. I fought for the child. I found out DNA test was not my child, but she's still my daughter. Love her to death. Just got off the phone with her. I'm about to get her a prom dress here. But that was a situation I had to talk about. And what's crazy is people don't talk about her at all. No issues. But my son, another situation, and more so to where the mom moved on to somebody else within that first, me moving out there to, us to have our relationship. Because I was saving up in Ohio. I moved to Illinois, and then I find out a month later she's in another relationship. And what do I do other than leave? And I had my lawyer try to get paternity and get custody, but it wasn't able to do it because of the fact that it's not a birth certificate. So I tell people this to say that this is a struggle that a lot of men have to deal with. And I see a lot of black men dealing with, because when I talk to white guys, they be like, dude, you can't get custody. What are you talking about? But with black men, I actually tried to put myself in child support. I tried to do all that. I'm still not in child support. And it sucks because, they make it hard for us to be fathers. And I just got my son after 9 years of waiting around for her to just let me see my son. I got him. And I moved there too soon. She told me to give it a year because there's no jobs there, save up, then come and open up a business. But I jumped in and said, you know what? I'm a superhero. I'm going to come right now. I wasn't ready. So I had to leave. And that issue, me coming to California for financial reasons, and now I just I'm going to be doing it back and forth. And then he comes every summer here, or he's going to be coming every summer. He came last summer. He's coming this summer to visit. He loves it here. A lot of people give me hate because of that situation with those two kids. And after my son, I never even thought about having another kid until I met somebody, which more likely the woman I'm with now and I'm going to marry. We're going to have a kid once we're married and I'm in my career. But that's the reason why I talk about that is to get men that may be put in a position that I put myself in to be more responsible, to pick the right women. My ex was my son is an amazing woman. She's a nurse. She was smart. She just fell out of love with me. What can I do? I can't force her hand. And she thought that guy was going to, be a good father. My first was just literally a hood rat. And I got ran game on. She was good at first. And then she got involved with the streets, college years, that whole phase women go through, men go through too. So that's the reason why I shared that on this live, and I share it all the time on my channel, is because a lot of people can. It's a coping mechanism for me to talk about that and get have people talk with me about that stuff, and then people that have gone through that, and a lot of black men have gone through that, for us to understand we're not alone. So that was the whole reason why I share my kids. I share the gambling, the losing the $1 million house, all this stuff, because I'm trying to help the next man not make the same mistake or get over his mistake, not jump off the bridge because he's like, oh my God, what do I do now? I lost it all.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
This comes from a place of I understand, like, empathy. Like I get some. Okay, I got a daughter that's almost 22, bro, and I have a little one. So you talk about sharing your story so people can have an understanding. They know they're not alone, and you want to help through the channel. It's also good for you because it gets it out of your brain. I can relate to that on a lot of levels with certain things that I've shared and how it can be very helpful. But my question to you is, do you think you're in a place now to where you really got your shit on lock? You got it really together to where you can help other people? Or do you think you're not there yet?
So without me getting myself in trouble financially, I'm there where I need to be. Okay. The way I'm set up, I'm financially there. Mentally, I'm not, because me with my ADHD, for example, my girlfriend, she handles all my money. Like, I can't handle my money. If I have control of my account, I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff and I'm going to be broke the next month, or the next week. So as a man, I wouldn't see. I don't give advice that I'm not living. Like, I'm not talking anybody into purchasing a home or investing money or, being a great dad, because I don't call myself a great dad, even though my son loves me, and mothers, she calls me a good dad. I talk to him all the time, and I do what I got to do, and I got him excited. But there's a lot of flaws that I have, and I've literally never called myself perfect, and I'm literally the person that's trying to fix something. But in regards to my life right now, yes. In regards to career, I'm working on a new career. I'm going the route of project manager or management to be a project manager, and that's going to take time. It's going to take a year, and I have to stick with it, and I have to do it. Procrastination is what I deal with. But in regards to my life, like this place I'm renting here, I pay the rent. I had 2 months. My girl helped me with, because she was going to move in, and she was here. But other than that, I pay my own rent, pay for the car, I pay for the motorcycle, and it's all based off of things I have that I can't really say, because you have people that say they're going to tell on me. Even though, why would you tell on a man that's not doing anything that's hurting anybody, or hurting you or whatever such? So that's the reason why I can't say everything, tell everybody what I'm doing. Flipping phones. There's a lot of stuff that I'm doing, but I can't say, because it ain't just because of tax purposes. It's just the fact that whenever I get in that lane, it distracts me, and people start trying to, poke holes in it and this and that. So I think it's better for me to leave my money, and I'm taking advice. A couple of people told me to leave my money off of YouTube. I don't talk about how I'm making my money, other than with a job that, like, I got this new job doing as a stagehand, make $1,000 a weekend for the most part. And that's getting me back into the entertainment game. So like I said, it's a mess. And I say, it's a mess right now, inside out. One of my favorite songs. I'm a mess, and it is what it is. But my community is a bunch of messes, and that's just it. We're all trying to.
I think, Dennis, they're following your story, bro. Right? Because your channel started in different ways. You talk about different things, past and things. You know what I'm saying? You show your life, and you open up, and I think there's a extreme amount of value in that. And people follow people. People follow people. That's how I look at it. People follow people, right? And people are following you for whatever reason, and that's okay, right? Because you want people to watch, you want people to get a message, or you want to entertain them, But I think when with guys like you and I, and Hannibal talked about this the other day, we're similar in some ways, because we do sometimes. I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for you. I'll speak for me right now. I sometimes tend to overshare in my either successes, or I might share things that I've learned. And I feel like I want people to understand it, and I want them to get it. And I think I'm helping. I think I'm, I want to make somebody's day. I have that, your biggest strength, your biggest weakness. And my strength is I can help people, but sometimes I try to help people when they don't need no goddamn help, right? They don't need to be hearing what I'm saying, right? And just because, and sometimes I do it, and it's in a way to make myself feel better. And I think we might share in that sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with it, But I think sometimes as content creators, because Hannibal's big into this, Hannibal's, I think, Dennis, you give me flowers on YouTube for it. Hannibal's the dude right now. Hannibal's the real creator between the three of us. Let's,
he's killing it all day.
He's doing his thing, and he's doing it on his own path, and he doesn't need anybody, right? So I give him a lot of respect for that, right? But guys like you and I, we're grinding every day to fucking try to get a grasp of something, and it works and it doesn't work, and it's like, it's just, I see you sometimes, it's like, damn, you were in my life today, right? I was talking about 30 days, right?
Oh yeah.
I think you're the perfect case study for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes you throw something at a wall, it don't stick, and you're like, oh, fuck it, I gotta do something else. You got to keep throwing at that wall for 30 days,
Yep.
And I've struggled with that too. That's why I say that, but it's your channel's like all over the place sometimes, it's like people don't know what they're going to get. And I think that's entertaining to people. So to me, I think there's an extreme amount of value in that. It's just, what's the cap? Like, how long can Dennis ride the wave and still keep Dennis at peace? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll tell you, Here's an example. I think my channel is a straight hustler motivational channel because see, people, they try to say I'm doing this for the money, but they don't understand it's not even about that. Eventually I want to get there. But in July of last year, I was living in this room for like months in California. The lady she kept asking me for more and more rent because she couldn't pay her bills on time, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? July 1st, and I said a week before that, I'm like, guys, I'm gonna go and just move out of this room and go sleep in the car, and just put my stuff in storage, sleep in the car, shower at 24-hour fitness until I get enough money to get a place downtown, high rise. Literally, I said that. Everybody was like, dude, you don't need that. Go move to the projects. Who cares about roaches? Or go do this, go do that. And I'm like, no, I'm going to get this place because my son's coming here and he has to be in a safe place that's security guarded, or his mother is not going to feel comfortable with him being here, so I can work a few hours while he's here. So what I did was I moved out of that room, literally, and she kept the rest of the rent. I had a whole month paid, and I stayed in my car, and I didn't ask somebody for no handout, I didn't ask for no nothing. All I did was wake up, worked all day, 12 to 16 hours, and then I would go 24-hour fitness to play basketball, and then I would shower. Then I'll go back to the car, sleep. And after that 19th day, between the money I made doing that and then the money I made sports betting, I was in Vegas at the time, wink. I made enough money to get this high rise, and people were inspired and they were happy for me. And a lot of these people became members. So I think that's the type of content I got to get back to, and I got to get off of the race and all, like throwing the things at the wall, making it and trying to get it to stick. So I agree with you. You're absolutely right in regards to that.
Well, I think it's a good idea to experiment. Like as YouTubers, you got to figure out what works, what doesn't work. So like I think it's important to, at least when you're about to make or have an idea of what kind of video to put out, it should be a video that at least 80% of your subscribers would be interested in. At least 80. I think a lot of us just throw a lot of different things, but the problem is only maybe 10%, 20, maybe 30 care about it. But also you kind of pivoting too. So that I've basically the last 2 years, I was trying to pivot the channel. Pivoting is hard. It's fucking hard. But you finally, you do it, it's great, but you still have to figure it out. So like, I say if you want to do conservative commentary, you need to find who's your favorite commentary channels, and not just the one that has 1 million subscribers. Which one are doing well at 10, 15, 50 around yours, and then obviously 100. See what they're talking about. He basically just copy the shit. I mean, it's really that. I mean, at least for me, you find those channels that they're leading the race. You've already seen what they did is getting some views. Do what they're doing. You don't have to overcomplicate it. And you and Pedro, you guys have lives. You have hundreds of hours of content. You got to package the shit because no one's watching. The random new person is not going to watch an 8-hour live. But I'm sure there's 20, 30 minutes. Probably multiple segments that it's a beginning, it's a story being told, it's a beginning, a middle, and an end. You cut it out and you put it out. You get a decent title, a decent thumbnail. That's what YouTube is. It's all about the packaging.
Good point.
Because you guys have all of the content. You guys talk all the fucking time. You got to package the shit and throw the shit out there, and because you already have it, you already talked for 10 hours, so you can put that there, and that works. For most of YouTube, most of the big YouTubers, they're doing streams, they're cutting the shit down, they're packaging, they're throwing it out there. So I think, Craig wants to jump in. You want to read that, Pedro?
I want to read it because I do want Dennis to address it. I know Dennis will up. So Craig name's a gig worker. I guess you said something the other day about gig workers, and I didn't catch it, but I don't,
And Craig is a very important person in the gig community. Support multiple channels, so it's not just it's not a rando person. No. We met her in person in Colorado. She's a super sweet person, but she's also letting people know what's what. I guess. And Dennis, you could talk. I think you talked about this in your video you put out today. That Dennis, you were in the thick of it when you did gig work. You were in doing 24-hour lives. You were doing all this, so you understand. But I guess that clarification of gig work. Some people do well and some don't, right? But I guess if you want to talk more about what you said in the last video about gig work just making $6 and stuff like that.
So I had direct context to that situation. I actually mentioned her on the live. I didn't mention her by name. So what happened was Roy he tried to come on the live with Eli, and I told the people that I wasn't gonna have people on if Eli didn't want that. Remember, that live is still set up to where, like, I'm not gonna allow nobody other than who Eli and Christina wanted on. So she booted Roy, and Roy took that personal, not realizing that, dude, this is my channel. If you're gonna come on bashing my business partner, my host, you're gonna go if she wants you to go. I'm sorry, it's her live. We said that from the start of the live. So he took that personal. So he decided to do a live, and he called us, for the most part, clowns. He was going to go off on us. So what I did was I beat him to the punch, and I did a video talking about the situation in regards to the day before, like he wasn't invited. Like, why is he going off? And all the stuff that he already said about me, I'm like, it's ignorant. And I didn't really even attack him other than on things that are absolutely true. So what he does, he goes and does it live, and I happen to go on there after they're on for 45 minutes. I pop on there for 15 seconds for the most part, and I heard her for the most part. Actually, I didn't hear her at the time, but I see these people who I know as $6 delivery workers like me. I used to do that, so I was frustrated because these people were all attacking me on lies. They weren't telling the truth. Talking about my girl pays all my bills and like this, like my bike got repoed and I'm driving her car, like all this stuff, all lies, slandering me, and I'm not gonna do nothing about that. So I was upset because I thought me and her were cool, and she literally turned her back on me because I booted Roy, or because Christina booted Roy. She chose to do that, and because I didn't bring him back on, I'm a cuck and I'm all these nasty things, and she wants to go off with me when I didn't say nothing about her. And then somebody that was in my chat, I'm like, I'm not going on there because he asked me to go on. I said, I'm not going to go on there and argue with a bunch of people delivering $6 cheeseburgers. And I was trying to insult them and hurt them like they hurt me, because they were literally saying reckless stuff. So this morning or last night, I literally listened to that whole 2-hour live, and it was troubling. I listened because I wanted to see the chat, because I got people who I'm cool with who are in that chat, saluting him and showing him love, while he's degrading me, talking about all this nasty stuff that wasn't true. She's up there talking like she doesn't know the person I am. She knows I've never disrespected a gig worker when I'm a gig worker. I do some lift rides here and there now. So she decided to turn it back on me, and you would pretty much say Dennis piece of crap and everything Roy was saying, to the point that she was even agreeing with this man talking about a woman like her 8-inch dick, excuse language, slobbing lips. And it's this is nasty. You letting a woman be disrespected. So that's the reason why in today's video, I mentioned her and said, I think that's fake and phony. This is why I don't rock with gig tubers for the most part, because people will say, hey, in your face. But then the one moment that a Roy or somebody who thinks that they own everything, they're mad. Now you want to turn your back on me. So that's the reason why I said the $6 comment, because I was trying to make y'all hurt, or I was hurting. And then today I addressed you, Cray Nay, because I thought that was fake and phony, because I've showed you love every single time. I've never been in a chat disrespected anybody. You could have reached out to me and you could have came on and spoke and said, hey, Dennis, this is wrong. And I would have been like, okay, let me explain to you why Roy got booted. So that's the issue. I have no issue with her now. I'm not rocking with her. I think what she said was fake and ignorant.
Let me I gotta ask both of you guys this question: how you generally respond to negative comments or criticism, and the tactic or strategy you guys use, is it working or not working? Because Pedro does this too, even though I find it annoying. He'll go to a channel, or he'll read something from a channel that has 5 subscribers. Mm-hmm. They say something, and then Pedro will make a video about it. I don't know why he does it.
Listen, Hannibal, let me keep it a buck with you. I love you, brother. You're asking, is it working for me? Yes, it's working for me. So
you can say if it works. I mean, I can't say it. Yeah.
Do I sometimes go a little extra petty? Absolutely. So for me, it depends on what kind of day I'm having. Do I have enough time? Do I want to engage? Because I don't engage in most, but I engage in more than I like to admit sometimes. But it's working for me. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But all right, Dennis, what do you think in terms of your style? Okay, so you go on, you see someone in a panel. They say something you do not like. It could be completely wrong. I've experienced this where I would check out some kind of panel from some content creator, and someone will blatantly lie, like just not lie, just they say something without researching it. It just happened before. Like I said, last year we were around the same amount of subscribers. I think it was like 7,000 around this time. Now I'm at 50. I forgot 54, 50, whatever it is.
You're at 50 million subscribers, bro.
Shut up. I'll be in chats. People literally saying, "Yo, Hannibal bought subscribers." Yeah, he bought them. And like, there's no proof for this. No, and then I could have made a whole video about it and rant and raved but I just like, this ain't worth it. This is not, I don't know if this is going to help entertaining the people that I have on my channel. Does it help learn a lesson? So I'm wondering, Lisa, for your perspective, someone says something that's a lie. Do you think you need to address every person that says something negative or like, even a lie about you? Do you think you need to address every issue?
Okay, this is so let me say this, okay? I know me being like, I'm lit, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be cocky. Anywhere I go, people love me. Like anywhere. Like I like my girls.
You can't if you say you're lit, you're not lit, bro.
No, like Pedro, I promise you. Like
I'm
no,
sorry.
I like Pedro. Like I'm talking about in real life. Like I'm talking about not in California. Like, but remember, like people be thinking that they're not gonna like me. Like my girl, she thought her family wasn't gonna like me. They love me. What I'm saying is I was the man in my hometown. Any city I go, I end up being that guy. Not saying I'm popular or all. I'm saying like these people want my company because I'm just fun. So my thing is, and then I'm like, I'm not calling myself Michael B. Jordan, but I think I look a lot better than some of the guys that have so much to say about my looks, about the way I dress. So yesterday when I saw like the dude Hector, he had this whole struggle story about his dad coming to this country. And I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe you don't know my struggle. The fact that I started working at 16 because, you know, it was either I work or we eat ramen noodles and freaking a peanut butter jelly sandwich every single day. Okay. He doesn't know that I had that money for 3 years that I blew through. But other than that, I've worked every single day of my life. I don't take days off. I've been in LA for freaking 2 years for the most part. And I've only gone to the bar 2 times.
What does Hector sharing his family story have to do with you? Why do you?
Because he literally disrespected me. He went so far to say that I'm not a man because of this. All these are lies, by the way, that he's playing off a Roy. But he had all this nasty stuff to say about me. And the reason why I took it personal, because I'm like, dude, you're probably a loser. Because what man would take what this guy is saying about this person and not have enough respect for this person to say, you know what, maybe I have a conversation with them. But for all these 6 people that were on that panel, the only one that was fair was Thunder. You know, only fair one. Everybody else was just talking, was just saying the worst, nastiest things ever. If my son, for some reason, saw that, he would have felt disgusted, my daughter, whatever, my family, and they would have been on one. So that's the reason why I got to go and destroy them and make them.
Not true. Why does it matter?
It's the fact it's on YouTube, and I'm not going to slander, get nobody for slander. So I'm going in my way, show them how it's done, and I'm going to cook every one of them. And I gave them, that was just a warning shot. Like if any of them respond to me, I'm
still really mad about whatever you saw.
I was more so mad because that's on the internet, and they're literally he got views off of trying to make up lies and disrespect me. And these people who are literally in reality nobodies, because why would you be on this man's talking about another man you don't know? So that's the reason why I did what I did. And that was just warning. Like I said, if any of these people comment again, like on a video platform, like, YouTube, I'm going to literally dissect and I'm going to cook them because that's just, I find it fun. I enjoy it. It's like a, rap battle. Like I'm just rap battling you. I don't hate you.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that because it makes me feel good. I don't like being talked about. I have like ADHD. I'm bipolar. I have anxiety. ADHD, even though I don't blame it for nothing in my life, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. I want to be loved. I want to be liked. And that's something that a lot of people deal with, bipolar people deal with. So I try my hardest to be liked. And for me to hear what was said yesterday, it hurt. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt. And then seeing my people, some of my friends in the chat condoning this, I ain't gonna say I want to cry, but I mean, I'm like hurt. And it takes a lot to get me hurt. But I was upset about that because I hate calling people my friend. And I keep giving people chances to be my friend, which is why I don't like calling people my friend. because people are fake in 2024. People think it's okay to go on somebody's channel and say, "Good job, Roy. You're giving it to Dennis," but then you want to like text me and say, "Bro, like, you know, that was messed up what he did to you, dude. You should have said Dennis pays his own bills. He just made $10,000 in 2 weeks in Vegas." Okay, so that's the reason why I go in on these people.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but I think you got some people in the chat now. I think you're stoking the flames, so just be ready for that.
Oh, it's all good. Hopefully it increases your numbers. That's the point. We're here. No, I'm saying we're here for people to have fun and entertain. So I'm keeping it a buck. They asked for the question, and Hector, I didn't want to mention his name, but it just came out. That whole struggle story of his dad. That was his dad. That's not him. Tell me about him. Tell me, Hector, tell me about you with $300 and you making something happen like I did. I slept in the car and I took no money having in July to 25,000 on YouTube, showing y'all the numbers and moving into this place with nobody's help. I mean, I'm sorry.
I think you can. Funny.
Well,
Hector is definitely a friend of the channel.
He is.
I know that. That's why I threw his name out there.
I would
know
hope that, you know, since you were able to, you know, you have the smoke show, that you would have, if he's interested, I don't know who's even in here, that maybe you guys can have that conversation on your channel to kind of rectify that. Whatever.
I'm
like,
down,
I don't even know. I'm just going by what you said.
He said I'm not a real man. He said I'm not a real man. I'm a piece of shit. He said all this stuff. So we're not gonna baby him.
If you are a real man, who cares? I've been called way worse, man. It doesn't really matter.
No, but I'm saying I don't respect Hector. That's the point. I don't respect him for coming at me that way, not knowing. He said, "Who is this guy?" And then he's like, "Oh, I know that guy." And he's like, "He's a piece of shit. Like he uses girl, he does this, he does that." So that's the reason why
I'm not saying you shouldn't feel the way you should feel. I'm not saying that. I'm just letting you know, like, I think he would be up for that conversation. Not saying that what you said was right or wrong. We're not saying that. I'm just letting you know that he is a person that he has the channel. He does gig work. He's part of the community. That you'll be able, if you wanted to reach out to him and have that conversation. That's what I'm just saying.
If he wants it, he can have it. Just jump on, you know.
Yeah. Hector's a good dude. Hector's a good dude. So I think if, you know, how y'all want to handle it, that's not my business. I'm not getting in the middle of it, but
I got a quick question for you guys, if you don't mind. I got a quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
If he's a good dude, if he's a real man, like he said I'm not, would he have done what he did in regards to not knowing me, other than knowing me from YouTube, whatever? Would he have called me a piece of shit, loser, taking advantage of my chick? Would he have said all that if he was a good dude? Because I've never done that.
I'm not going to speak for him and how he was feeling in that moment.
No, I'm asking you as a man. I'm saying you as a man, you two as men, would you call that man, not Hector, but a man that did that, would you call that a good man?
I'll say this. I think YouTube is an interesting place.
Yeah.
I think the three of us and many people in the chat have done things in moments because we felt it, right?
Yeah.
Regardless if it's right or wrong, or if it makes you a man or a woman, is kind of irrelevant in my opinion, right? I think it's easy to say things on a camera, man. I've done it. You've done it. Hannibal's done it. We've made videos. We've reacted to other people. You know, we want to get an opinion out, a word out. We want to be heard. We feel passionate about something, but you know, I'm not going to speak for him, but like
you don't got time. Sorry, I was trying to put you on the spot. I was putting you on the spot.
Well, it's not much of a spot, dude. Like
Hannibal would never do that.
This approach that you're gonna go after every person that says something wrong. It must be exhausting.
Call me Drake.
It's gonna be exhausting for you. I mean, yeah, but Drake doesn't. I mean, Drake gets so much hate, but he goes after. How to say this? It has to be something significant for him to say something. He gets tons of disrespect on the internet, tons. And I remember one interview, he said, for most of the stuff that he goes through, when he gets a message or he sees a post, or even if it's a lie, it's bullshit, he learned, just wait 2 weeks. Because what you do, and Pedro, you know, he used to kind of, he railed in a little bit, but I've seen this. I actually have there's another beef I'm in, not in the middle of, but the other niche I'm doing. You guys get mad. And instead of like thinking, you know what, let me sleep on this. Let me go live right now. I'm hype. I'm angry. I'm going to just start blurring this shit right now.
Yeah.
And my opinion would be, wait a while. Give it some time. Maybe you feel different later. because you may say something you regret. You may say something that's wrong. Should you respond fire with fire? That's that's your that's your decision, your approach. But I think a lot of reasons why you're having so much issues is because of how you're responding to negative criticism. Is it, does it automatically go in the category of hate or criticism? Is it criticism to say, you know what, we may not ever agree on this, but I appreciate your comment and move on? That was shut that situation down quick, instead of saying, nah, man, you're a fucking hater and you're a bitch ass motherfucker. And that does not die it down. That just keeps it going. So that's my approach. But you said you like it. So it was the first time why if you're enjoying this shit, then it doesn't matter.
It gets fun. Yeah, it gets fun. But I mean, like I said, I have no issue. I don't even know the guy. I've never heard of this dude. I just saw his comments and I'm like, dude, like this is just, you're a yes man. And like I said, a lot of these people are just jealous that their channel, they don't get, they're on my level, but they would never get out of the level of like 30 or 40 people watching their channel. So they hate watch somebody trying to actually make it happen. So they make up excuses like, oh, I ain't really trying to do YouTube. I just do this as a hobby. Most people do it because we're trying to, build a big enough name so we can, do it full time and be a YouTuber. Most people. Now, I know there are some people that don't care, and I think that's most of the hate I get from people that actually got channels.
Some people don't care. They want to have a bond on YouTube and while they're doing gig work, and it's not about monetization or numbers necessarily, and that's okay. At YouTube, you can make it whatever you want. That's what's great about it, right? But I think sometimes we get caught up in numbers a little bit. Hannibal reference, well, if they only got this or that, why even respond? Like, for me, I don't give a fuck how many subscribers you got. If you got 1 million or if you got 10, if you say something sideways, depending on my mood and how much time I got, you might get a response. It doesn't matter. To me, the subscriber is irrelevant, right? Like, I don't look at like, I'm going to go at a big YouTuber so I can get some clout. Nah, if anything, I help the small guys that talk shit. You know what I mean? Like, the subscriber count to me is extremely irrelevant when it comes to responding to an individual, right? That's how I look at it. But I mean, I think you like it, Dennis. I think you like I said earlier, you like that villain role a little bit. You want to be a little bit different. I think you enjoy that. I could be wrong, but I think you like stepping out that box and like being the Drake. You want the 20 versus 1. You want everybody coming at you. You want that smoke. I think you like that, and there's nothing wrong with that channel's going to be.
I mean, I wouldn't say I like it. It's more so I don't enjoy it. I'd rather have a bunch of positive people, honestly. Yeah. Like I have moments like that, but yeah, I don't really like it. But I get what you're saying, though. I enjoy it though. When it happens, I enjoy it.
Wait. Do you like it? Or you don't like it? Like you're saying.
Okay, so I don't like. Okay, if Roy would have did that live and those people would have had their own opinion of me, I would not have responded. It would have been all good. But because they took what Roy said, and a lot of these people were rocking with me before, so they turned and started talking crap about me. I took it personal because I was calling these people like YouTube friends, and I hate being let down. That's all it was. I was let down. But I'll be happy with no drama on my channel. I just want positivity, honestly. But I mean, like, I'm kind of just stuck in this void until I get to your level of 150, 200 people concurrently watching. Now, because if I do vertical lives, I don't have this much hate.
We all started at 1 subscriber or 0 subscribers. Like we all started that. We all started that way. And friends, you can't use that word so loosely, right? So like Pedro is my friend.
Yeah.
Like legit, like he's met my mom, he's met my wife, he's met my kid, I met his kid, I met his girl. That's a friend. So like you'll never see me in a room or a chat where they're talking shit about it and I'm in there talking to them. It just wouldn't make any sense to me, right? Like it just doesn't happen. If I've said something that was off, he would hit me up, text, not make a video about it. Yeah. So I think loyalty isn't. Yeah, there's loyalty there, but the problem is like you can't just because someone's rocking with you on a channel, doesn't necessarily mean that you're a friend. So I think your expectations were different. Where you thought, well, they wouldn't do that to me. I mean, YouTube is a phenomenal, but I think it's just being human beings. There'd be people making videos talking shit about Pedro on, I don't know, Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
On Sunday Live, they're in the fucking chat talking to him. I'd be like, what the? I don't say nothing. I kind of just let it go because I'm thinking maybe there's something I'm not understanding about how this works. But it happens all the time. All the time. They'll be talking tons of shit. But in his chat, sometimes want to talk to him on a panel. I don't get it. Pedro's way nicer than I am with this. That's why, like, we all have different ways of approaching it. I'm more of, I don't give you any oxygen. I don't even recognize you. You will never know. You're gone. Pedro embraces a little bit, and I say you embrace it. So we all have different styles.
It's just
on what works.
It just depends. I think for me, at least, I think Dennis and I tend to probably embrace it, obviously more than you, Hannibal. I think we got on. Okay. Dennis said this earlier. I've said it a few times. Like, YouTube is entertaining. Okay, people come to be entertained. There's more people watching now than this will be probably our second biggest stream. Okay, and that's fine. But like me and Hannibal are going to do this show regardless if there's one person or 80.
Right.
We don't care. We like to talk other things, these things. But my point is, like, this is entertainment. So I fall into that sometimes. Like, I don't mind entertaining somebody, giving them an escape from the gig work, escape from whatever, make you laugh. You can be mad at me. Like, I really don't like.
Yeah.
I don't care what people think. Like, it doesn't really matter. I don't respond to that much, actually. I get a lot of bullshit, a lot. And I don't respond to, I respond to maybe 10% of it, right? And that's more than I should. Hannibal's obviously a little more measured, like he's just a little more, I'm going to sleep on it. I'm very reactive.
I'm medicated, man. So I'll be chilling. So like, all right, if I'm mad, and also like the way I deal with it is when I'm mad about something, I get mad a lot. I don't put it online. I still have that old school view of not everyone needs to know what's in my head.
Yeah.
Like if I'm mad about something, I try to find other ways to express, talk to the phone. I'll hit a page or hit on my chick, let it all out. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. And then I go and do my business routine of YouTube, because that's where YouTube is a business now. So it's kind of like if I ran a storefront, if I ran a bar, and every time a customer says something stupid, I curse them out.
Yeah.
Or I rant about how terrible I'm not gonna get a tip, or I'm not, people are disrespecting my business. They broke my glass, and I air that out publicly. Eventually, people in that bar be like, "Yo, this guy's a bit of a weirdo. Like, what's wrong with him?" Even though I may be justified in my rants and how I feel, is not their business, because I have a business. I'm running it, and I have to maintain at least me being somewhat have it all together. So that's how I approach YouTube. They'll never see me bleed. They'll never see me angry or losing it, because that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not necessarily, you can say it's lying, but that's how that's how I have my storefront. I got it all together. You can't break this. It's too solid to a point where if you come in with a dumb troll comment, it's gone. You don't even know it was gone because I took it and I didn't even announce it. So that's I'm a fortress in this shit.
And I feel like that's what like in some ways you want to see Dennis do. Am I wrong in saying that? Because I feel like you see something in Dennis that's like Dennis like Pedro as much. Don't give these fucking haters no bullshit. Don't give them any of your shine. Just keep doing you, Dennis. I feel like that's like that's
right
a little bit.
But
I'm wrong.
Dennis said he likes it. So if you like this shit, then I can't tell you. I would never tell you to do something you didn't like. Like, unless you were doing something that was like dangerous or something like that. But if Dennis, you can answer this. If you are cool with this, then as long as you're cool with it, you're good. Like, right? Like if that's the approach you're doing, it's like if you are going to go on channels looking at what people say, they're going to say something terrible, because that's how it is. That's how people are going to say what's on their minds, and you got to address it and find a way to make it as most interesting as possible. I mean, that's just my advice. Like, just make it as interesting as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this. I'm actually in that video I did earlier today. I said that I'm cutting back on responding to people. Like, I'm not even going to be texting people for a while, because my piece. I'm going to be doing videos by myself, like long form, some short form. I'm not really going to be doing panels. I'm just done with it. Now I'm going to do one-on-ones, whatever. But I am going to take your approach and stay away from that, because, and I want to say one thing too. I don't know if I said it already, but I want people to understand in the chat that and I haven't even, okay, I saw you put a message from my future wife up on the screen.
Oh, is that
I wouldn't be,
your girl?
yeah, amazing Cali girl. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's my girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's my future
I
wife.
thought that
I
was,
wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't be happy. I would be struggling. It would be bad without her. Because when I was in that car, she's like, hey, I'll ask my parents to let you come stay for a few days because I don't want you in the car. It's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. I was like, I'll break up with you. You told your parents that I was in the car sleeping, like I'm breaking up with you, period. And she was like, she cried. She's like, like, why are you being so stubborn? I'm like, dude, because I'm going to man up and make it happen. She's been my backbone. Without her, anything I need, any, attention I need, whatever. So I want to make that clear. That's the reason why I changed my stance on women. I used to be a woman hater. So because of her, I would say women. That's another arc.
How is somebody just a pronounced woman hater? I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say that publicly.
You're like red pill type shit, or like
what does that mean?
No. Okay, so I used to be frustrated because I thought a man was supposed to pay everything. Out to eat, nails, hair, everything. I used to date hood rats for the most part, basic chicks. So she was the first chick ever in my whole life that actually had a career, that actually had a job, that made more than like $25,000 a year. So it was backwards because I remember I tried to like get by her Starbucks card for $20 to try to like, hey, I'm going to send you a Starbucks card. She's like, what are you doing? I don't need your money. Like, I don't want that. And I remember when I came to Cali, she gave me back the card, like the e-card. So it was refreshing. And I used to blame women for my issues that I faced with women, being cheated on or not being enough and all these different things. I used to just bash women all day. But then, after, let's say about 6 months of dealing between her and then Christina, who's like my business partner on this channel, my channel, and my friend, I realized that I gotta let go of the hate. I picked these women. I chose these women. I looked over the good women that might have not been what I liked visually. Like she might have been overweight, or she might have been like the one chick with like, one nipple piercing, the other is like missing, weird stuff. She was actually a good chick, but I said no, I can't do that because of the looks. I was shallow, but I evolved, and she was the first one I accepted. She made more. She makes more money than me. Actually, at the time we met, I was making more than her, but now she makes more money than me, and it was tough. Like we got to eat, and the check is $125, and she pays for it. I don't got to pay for it every time. So I had to get used to that. So that's what I mean by I used to be a woman hater. I used to disrespect women. Never call them B's and H's, but I was just that guy. I would always say, you asked for this, or it's your fault you got a baby, or you're this, you're that. Because of her, I understand women now. Like I love women again, because she's a good woman. She changed my mind on women. I'm sorry. Yeah. It took 20 years. I was the manosphere guy pretty much. Okay. I was on that level. I was like, women ain't nothing. Like they're just, so I'm just saying I was the worst. I was the worst of men in regards to women, but she changed my whole vibe because, I just want to put that out there so y'all know she's my backbone. She's the reason why I'm this guy now. And, I'm happy.
Well, let's go into your business partner, Christina, and how everything out the page. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the live with Eli and kind of ending?
I've seen some things. I've heard some things. I feel like there's a lot of drama and information, false or right, about her and what and the relationship. There's just a lot going on with you and her, and people on that. It's
Dennis,
kind of interesting.
I guess the first question is you can go in the chat. There's people having this, I guess, put in a narrative that you guys are more than just friends, or that's a chick. Do you understand why people are saying that, or the fact that when they even type that out or say it out loud, it bothers you because you just can't understand why they came up with that kind of conclusion?
So okay, so this is the situation. Like I told you, I used to, hate women. Well, not hate them, but so
not trust
prior to not trust them. So prior to 26 years old, before moving to Vegas, I would only, smash chicks. That's it. I was not trying to wipe up anymore because I had heartbreak after heartbreak. So what happened was when I got to Vegas, I started treating women as, adults, like normal people. So with Cali girl, she trusts and knows that it ain't nothing between me and Christina because she knows that I got women as friend. And once again, too, what I mean by like people are saying I settle for Cali girl, and if I get money, I'm gonna find. No, what it is back in the day, I would only date for looks. I didn't care about the heart necessarily. I didn't care about the trust. I didn't care about all these things that would make you a good wife. Now in my 30s, I matured, and now I care about everything, not just looks. So with Christina, she's married. She's been devoted to my channel since like the start of it. She been on my lives for like the whole time, handling the chat. She motivates me when I want to give up on YouTube multiple times the past 6 months. She's like, hey, you got this. This is going to happen. You're great. And she tells me I'm great when everybody else is telling me I suck. So what I mean by business partner is right now I'm not making money. Okay. We're splitting 50-50 of super chats from that Eli live. But once I get to a point of like $1,000 a month, if I get to that point, you know, she's pretty much, she getting a percentage. It's like 33 or whatever percent. We're going to negotiate at that point. But at this point, she's still considered a business partner. All t-shirt, any sales from any merchandise that I don't think anything but a mug sold, and one t-shirt, she keeps. Like you know, you do that. So she's helping me, assisting me behind the scenes with coming up with topics, coming up with things to like push. But once again, she's literally business partner and a friend. You know, she talks to me like behind the scenes. We just actually became like real friends the past like month. We didn't talk on the phone for like a year and a half prior to this past month. And she's talked to my girl. We're all good. Like she knows there ain't nothing with Christina, but the problem you face is Christina, most of the guys are attracted to her. You know, they're going to go off in the chat like, oh my God, she looks like this and that, but they're attracted to her. Behind the scenes, they be trying to get at her. And they're thinking because she's an attractive woman that nothing but sex or side chick or whatever energy has to come from that. But if it was Pedro, for example, you know, Pedro, if you were assisting me and you were always in my chat while working and doing DoorDash, she's a great mother.
We'd be making way more than $1,000 a month if I was helping you, bro.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying though is, no, and mind you, Pedro, the reason why we're never going to get there unless I get consistent, because I keep giving up on YouTube, literally. Maybe you can motivate me to not give up, and I might get to $1,000. But here's the thing with Christina.
You don't need a business partner if you're not even at $1,000 a month. You're giving away your money before you've made money.
No,
unless it's a channel that is about you too, like you're making a channel and it's about what you two are going through. So that's why the first question I was asking: do you understand why people, not that they're right or wrong, do you understand why they have that idea that there's more to it?
They don't understand that. Like, I'm not calling myself Apple. I'm not calling myself big corporation. But you know how like somebody found a company like TikTok, they find Facebook. Like people like to jump on after it's been made. Okay, she's been rocking with me, loyal to the channel, and helping me get to that level to actually make money. So she's the only one other than I have a few other people, but she's been rocking with me. So who am I if my channel blows? I'm like Hannibal. Imagine if you had somebody when you were at 1,000 people rocking with you, helping you grow. You kept giving up. She's motivating you to come back. You finally blow like you did, and now you say, "Hey, I don't need you no more. I mean, I'll give 5% to do some, sweep my floor."
Right.
You wouldn't do that if she was with you from the start before you blew up, and she was assisting you and coming up with topics, assisting you with keep your channel going, and your chat moderating. She's doing it all. She's literally the whole entire time I'm on my live. She's there. That's loyalty.
Really putting in a lot of work is what you're saying.
Yeah, she's literally at the whole time I'm on live. If I'm on live for 8 hours, she's in that chat for 8 hours. She's on my live 40, 50 hours a week like I am. And she's doing it while she's doing work. Like she's doing DoorDash or she's taking care of her kids and she'll just be on the side assisting. So that's the reason why she put the time in. So she deserves a piece of the pot if it happens. If I get to that number. Only her though. Nobody else is putting time in. And it's straight friendship. And I call her business partner, but it's really friendship. And if my channel blows, she's going to become a business partner and get a piece. So that's what it is.
Why she has so much, I guess she has as much as controversy as you do. Why, what do you think is your opinion? Why do you think they have, she has so much, not say you want to say hate, but there's either people who are with her or not. What's your opinion on why she has such a polarizing perception out there? What's your opinion on that?
She agrees with me. So that comment Pedro made about the $1,000, if he was helping me with YouTube, he probably, you see the chat, everybody's loving Pedro right now. he's literally the hero to the majority of my chat right now, the haters. No, Pedro, the haters are going to love you. And they're going to say, Pedro cooked you yesterday because of that one comment. And I get what you're saying, but that's what they do. So Christina, she's a yes. I'm just saying she's a yes man to me, to the people, because she agrees. We agree with like most of social issues. We agree with like relationship issues. We show love to each other. We don't hate each other. We fell out one time for like 2 months because of me turning my back on her and a few people for a tour guide, because I felt like they were disrespecting this guy, and I wanted a positive conversation. I'm like, this might be my uncle, because black guy, he could be a tour guide, and they thought he was scamming. We fell out because of that, but we came back and we're stronger than ever. But that's the point. If you agree with me and you're like never, you never hate on me, they hate you on my channel, and that's all she's getting is hate. And I promise you, Pedro, trust me, tomorrow they're gonna be in the chat like, Pedro cooked you and all that. You didn't cook me. You're making your opinion. You probably would help.
Cook anybody, yeah.
No, but I'm saying though, if you were to help me with my channel, of course you're a bigger channel. You know how to do YouTube. You know how to monetize it. You're better at YouTube than me, just like Dash and Trader. At this point, he's better at YouTube, and he was helping me behind the scenes. So people would take you saying that as disrespect, not me, because these people are so small-minded.
I understand.
You get what I'm saying?
I understand.
Like, you know, I don't care about any of that. So that's the reason why I have so much hate, because they don't get it.
If you guys got a plan and you're collaborative with it, and you're on the same page and you're having tough conversations, you're gonna build it together. Who gives a fuck what anybody says? I don't like.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Hannibal does what he has to do. Like at the end of the day, there's criticism, constructive or not. But if you're reaching your goals, or if you have a plan to get to a place, anybody else's perspective besides the few people in my circle, they don't. It literally does not. It's white noise. It shouldn't matter, right? And to Hannibal's point, I think guys like you and I sometimes make it matter more than it should at times, and that sometimes can keep our eye off the prize, because it distracts us for an hour live stream, a 2-hour live, a video response. So to Hannibal's point, he's absolutely right. But also, like, sometimes that can fuel a channel because it gives you content. It gets people itching because they want it. They want to hear the bullshit. They want the drama. They want a response. They want to jump on a panel. People like to be heard. So it's a weird place that we put ourselves in at times. But if you got a plan, do it. But you got to,
that's where I think some of the criticism is happening, where especially with the live with when you and Eli and Christina, and then Eli leaves, Christina starts booting off the chat. Everyone's upset about that. You're saying, well, this is not my show. This is Christina's show right now. You guys, this is not the, and I think it's confusing, I think, for the viewer, because when they go on your channel, their expectations are different. They're not getting booted. They're not having that kind of interaction with you when they click the channel for the most part. But then there's a different segment and they are probably either confused or frustrated. Do you understand their concerns? Like, well, Dennis doesn't boot people off, but now Christina's like, do you understand why people have that issue?
Yes, I talked to her about that today. I told her she got to get thicker skin like I do. I need to get thicker skin too. But the problem you face, though, is before the live started, I did a video, pre-recorded video, and said that this is how the live's going to be. Then I also said, before we started the conversation, I said that Roy and Flex, they look just alike. They're not coming on, okay? They're not coming on today because I made this agreement with Eli. Eli's name is attached to that live, so I would have to restart the live because I'm sorry, I'm going to be a professional. That's like with Pedro. If he doesn't like somebody, I'm not going to do a live with Pedro and then like 20 minutes later bring on his op to like talk mess about him, because that's still a live that I want to keep up for the chat purpose. I don't want to take the live down and cut that segment out. So that's what I was trying to explain to Roy. He wanted to jump on and like bash the man, and he wanted to go on and bash Christina, and I'm like, dude, she booted you. I'm sorry. Like, you can do that tomorrow. You can come on all you want tomorrow and bash. Just like the other people that got removed. Allura, she's my homie, but I'm sorry. She was, she said some things. Come on tomorrow, Allura. Just like one other person, I forgot who it was, they got booted. And Christina had all right, because I'm sorry. We put that together, and I made more super chats off of a live than I made in like a year, a year and a half. That was my like third most, paid live. And the viewers, new eyes on my channel, all because of Christina causing that drama. So I'm sorry, I got to give her a big up because I've been trying to get past the 40 number for freaking 2 weeks. And now that I'm trying to be consistent, that was a big deal. Now I'm at 50, 60, and now I'm actually talking to people and I'm moving up the ladder. Now I can actually have positive conversations and not revert to drama and ignorance. I can talk about politics or cultural issues, and that's what she's here for. She assisted me in the growth of my channel. Now I'm back motivated. And Pedro, you earlier mentioned the 30-minute or 30-day challenge. I said in your chat, I said, if I do this, my channel will be great or get to be great because I never go 30 days without not posting. You do a post every day. You do shorts every day. I'm procrastinating. I'm lazy. So I said, I'm going to make an effort for 30 days like you do. And I'm going to try to do 2 shorts, 3 videos a day, either live or 2 videos. And I'm going to take up that challenge. And that's what I mean by like you, even Hannibal and Dash and Trader. Like I'm taking advice from people I'm sorry, you guys are better than me at YouTube. You guys are more successful. You've been doing it longer. So I'm going to take the advice. But I'm not going to take advice from people that, that's what I mean by Christina. She can only do so much because she doesn't. I'm teaching her YouTube.
I think that's one of the. That's smart to say that. I take advice from people that are. Listen, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. You've heard that before, right?
Oh yeah.
I surround myself with smart people. I surround myself with Hannibal. I just also like to like Hannibal. We have a lot of interest and we like to talk. But Hannibal's super smart and knows a lot of things that I don't know, and I can bounce ideas off of him and other people that I collaborate with and respect. So I think that that's very important when it comes to YouTube and a lot of other things outside of life. Is you have to surround yourself with people that know more about you, know more about something that you want to be good at. I think that's extremely important with sports or creation, or you're trying to study a craft or a trade. Like you have to put yourself with people that, and Hannibal and I aren't super successful on YouTube. We just know a little bit more than you maybe, but that doesn't mean you're not far from us. You're not.
I mean, where you at right now?
You're up the ladder.
How many subscribers you have, Dennis?
Like
14.
So I got 13 subscribers. When I'm 13,000, but what I'm saying is you have a ladder. You got a big ladder. You got me right here. Then you have Dash and Trader right here. Then you have Hannibal.
To get to 10,000.
I'm saying
is not.
You got to work your way.
Easy. It's not easy. Like you already at a spot that most people are not. Sometimes you got to look at what you already have and realize, man, that was impressive because most people do not get to that point. I guess my advice to grow your YouTube channel is probably it's not necessarily easy, but you got to focus on a topic and run that topic into the ground, so to speak. If it's going to be conservative stuff, stick with conservative topics. At least the videos that you craft. You can have your lives where you can kind of talk about a little bit of everything, but there's YouTubers. There's one, I think his name is literally called Black Conservative Perspective. The guy has like 700,000.
I love him. Yeah, he's good.
If you just did the videos he did, like the shit that he's talking about, and you did it, have a thumbnail and a title somewhat similar to, people would watch it because he has his, but you can have your perspective. People like to watch reviews of a product, even if it's 5 other same reviews of the same product, different perspectives. So it does make sense to have that. But the only thing is that you said that Christina is your business partner, but it's important that you guys have a similar philosophy on how the channel should be run. Like if you're coming in and you're more open to criticism, and then another one's just booting, that is not going to work. At least in my opinion. Because if I come through, but what the hell happened? Where's everyone going? Why is everyone getting booted? But then the next day is a different experience. Yeah, that may be a problem. Again, in my opinion, I'm just throwing out my opinion. That may be a problem.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, I'm like literally, I hate booting people. But some people got to be booted. So that live once again.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying never boot anyone. But,
I have Roy on. And when I let Roy come on, he started, doing the bashing of Christina. And the thing is, dude, I'm going to end the live now, and then I'm going to restart a new one because I didn't want that to ruin where I got to take the chat off, because if I make that video private and repost it, you don't have the chat. That's all I was trying to explain to Roy, and he didn't understand. But Christina, she does what I need her to do. And I told her not to have them on talking crap because now that video is ruined. And she did what she was supposed to do. And it was really on me because I'm the leader of this team. But me being a nice guy, I didn't want to remove Roy because I knew I was gonna get a rant and cussed out and all this and drama and crap. And look what happened. But she doesn't care because she's doing her job. And by the way, when I say business partner, she's low key like, because it's not fair to really say that, because she's literally, you would consider she's doing work for me and I can't pay her, which is why I say business partner, because she's literally putting in hours, but I can't pay her. I can't afford to pay her. So that's why I say business partner, because she's doing work for me, labor for me, with the expectation if this blows up like Facebook or something, not saying it's gonna be that big, of course, she gets a piece of it. And that's what I mean by that, you know?
Gotcha. I gotta check the chat. Go ahead, Pedro, because it's like different people talking, and I'm not who's
Dennis,
real, who isn't. So I gotta figure this out. Give me a second.
Dennis, you're the guest here, and I appreciate you being on, spending this time with us, hour and a half. I think it's been a really good conversation. We've learned some things.
Definitely.
I think the chat's been entertaining, so I think it's been real good, respectful. It's been good. Let me ask you this, because we talked about in the beginning. Should we bring Roy up? What do you think?
Here's the thing I would say about that. I'm all down for him to come up as long as he understands that long-winded 10-minute rant stuff. Just come with respect, because ultimately, and facts, and let me talk and rebuttal. That's all I ask. Just let me respond. Yeah, he got the floor.
If we bring Roy up, he's not coming here just cussing and berating, and it's our channel. It's not his, right? But if y'all want to talk and ask each other's questions, maybe there's some misunderstanding. I mean, if Hannibal's cool with it and you're good with it, I mean, why not? I got some time tonight. What do you think? What do you say?
I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm good. As long as, we talked about this earlier. Talk the way you guys would talk if you guys were next to each other, like in person.
Oh, you're gonna get that from me.
Not the whole yelling, like you guys don't know each other really. So, he'll say his thing, you respond. No cross talk. Let's not curse each other out. Let's all act like adults. If you act like adults, then we're good to go. Because I know
agree.
It's interesting. The panels I watch, they're not doing any of that, but I'm here and I don't run my shit like that. This is at my house. This is my house or Pedro house. I don't let people be arguing in my house. If y'all argue, y'all go out in the street and argue and fight. So
house.
Yeah, that's all I asked for.
Hannibal is the showrunner here. I am a guest. Okay, it's Pedro and Hannibal, but this is I lean towards his whatever, but it is Roy. So we have to understand. I keep it above. I'm gonna fuck with Roy.
Roy's been on my channel a long time ago. Okay. It's been a minute. I forgot.
He can say whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants to say. It's all good. I'm just saying, just let me get word out. I don't want to start yelling, to try to get a word out.
No, we're not. We're not doing that. We're not yet. We're not. No yelling.
We're not going to be censoring and blocking people. Like we want people. We want this to be organic. I think that's important about this channel here. Is like people are just going to talk, and we're going to talk, and we're not going to solve the world issues. I don't expect Roy to like Dennis or Dennis to like Roy. Like I don't give a fuck about that. That's y'all's. But at the end of the day. He has some things to say. I think you had some rebuttals. I think there's something there that's not that you guys are both kind of wrong on. If I'm being honest, I think both of you guys are a little off balance with it. I'm just gonna keep it a buck, but I'm gonna send him the info because I think. Listen, we're also a show. We want to give the people what they want. If I ask a question in the chat, then it is what it is. So
I told you up front already. He can come on. It's all good.
Yeah.
I don't run from smoke.
Gotcha. Well, it's interesting because that's, before we talked, I was trying to figure out what direction you want to go with your channel, what's going on. Do you like this kind of content? But from talking to you, it seems like that's where you want to go. So
not really, honestly, with he's the last person I want to do this with because he's, no offense to him, but he's like different generation. He's like 50 years old. I'm like if I'm going to beef with somebody.
You guys are basically the same. The four of us. Roy is not that much older than us. We are.
I thought he was like 50.
Guys, I'm 42. Roy's 50. Hannibal's 39, and you're 37. That's not that different, bro. That's not
different. I mean, here's the thing.
Not that.
I would more so want to beef with Hannibal, or if it's gonna be because it's gonna be different. Like we understand each other more. That's what I mean by generational. Is like he doesn't understand. Like simping for me is different for simping for him. It's just different things that he don't like that I'm okay with. Like I'm okay with roses and open the car door for my woman if we're going to a romantic place, rubbing her head until she falls asleep.
Yeah, but that's there's not an age attached to that. That's the thing that we talk about the Joker we talked about earlier. I'm not even mentioning his name. He talks about that. He talks about millennial men, like it's to me, it's a weak perspective. It doesn't play because we're putting people in boxes. I'm 42. Okay, I'm older than both of you guys, right? But I don't feel 42. I don't act 42. I feel young. I feel great. Like, it's not about, like, you can have a dude that's 27 and he could be acting like he's 60 and not have his health in order, not have his, his vibes up, So the age thing to me is just weird when people bring it up. It is, man. I don't quite understand it. It just doesn't make.
It's kind of cultural, Pedro. Like different cultures. Like, I don't understand TikTok, for example. That's out of my. Majority of us 37-year-olds don't understand TikTok. We know Facebook, though, just like kids that are, 15, 20 years old, they don't know what Facebook really is. Like, they don't really use Facebook. So it's just different. I'm the old guy yelling at these new rappers who are talking about, selling drugs and degrading women. But back in my heyday, we had the same thing and we loved it.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a cultural. I think cultural is the right word. Where Pedro really doesn't like Sexy Red, even though Sexy Red is from St. Louis, born and raised. Yeah, but he's a hater.
So hold. So you're saying I don't like her because I'm not black? Get the fuck out.
Well, no. It's because you don't understand why the kids love Sexy Red. You guys listen. I thought she was a plant. I don't think so. She's She's popular now because we don't get it.
But it's trash.
I don't think so.
It's trash.
She looks nasty.
Trash. I'm not saying that I'm not arguing the point. I'm arguing because remember we thought like she has to be a plant, right? There's no way we all into this.
She's trash. Man.
I'm looking through social media. I'm looking at what people talk about. Listen to in the hood walking down the street. People play this shit.
I know they play it in like the.
So are we being conditioned? Like it's bad, and then we just will listen to it 1,000 times, and all of a sudden it's good. Or this is what people are. This is what people care about, and we're just getting aged out. The Ice Spices of the world, or the Lottos, or the.
It could be that. I think we've dumbed down ourselves a lot. I think a lot of people don't know where to get good information or music, so they're just getting it at the easy places, the places that filter it to us very easily. TikTok, radio station. So there's something to that. I think we're lazy society. Some people. Younger generation's lazy, not all, but some. But yeah, I mean, come on, man.
They play that shit all day, man. So something's up. I mean, obviously the radio, the publisher could be paying the radio station to play it, so that helps. If you listen to it 1,000 times, eventually you're like, oh, I guess this is kind of catchy.
Yeah. I think Roy's coming out. We're just waiting for him, but I just at the end of the day,
Pedro, you like Britney Spears?
No, I never liked her when she was. I mean, she looks okay back in the day. I don't.
Man. Yeah, when she came out, she was. I was a little bit of a fan, but not now though.
I mean, Christina Aguilera is way better than Britney Spears if you're going to compare it.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. He brought that up. I think he also mentioned that you had a Backstreet Boys poster behind you, which I don't think you do.
Who, me?
That's what he said. Yeah, one of the same guy that asked you about Britney Spears. I don't know if a lot of pop questions from this individual.
I'm not reading the chat right now. I have no idea about Backstreet.
Yeah, fair enough. Yes, Christina, this is small talk. Yeah, that's what small talk is. Yeah.
You guys ready? I'm gonna bring Roy in. You guys good?
Yeah, bring him in.
Yep.
All right, real talk with Roy. Hold up.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good.
Chilling. Roy, it's been a while since I talked to
you. It's been a minute, homeboy.
I dropped a few like super thanks when you drop a video that I find entertaining. So you see me around. So I'm sure you heard before you jumped in, so you have an idea what we're looking for here. So I saw some of the comments you had based on what Dennis said. So we'll give you the floor. You'll say what you have to say, and then Dennis will respond, and we'll just kind of go back and forth between that. So the floor is yours.
Okay, let's start off with let's call out some BS right off the bat. First thing he did when he came in here today was saying about the Eli live. I watched 13 minutes of the beginning of that live prior to Eli coming up. Now, one time did he ever say it was Christina's live? It was me. I'm. This is how the format's going to go. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So let's just get that live right off the bat. Second is this. I was asking to come into your live stream. I didn't ask to do anything in your live stream. People were giving you super chats to allow me into your live stream. They were asking you to go into your live stream, not me. They were giving you super chat money because they wanted me to see you on, wanted to see me in your live stream. I didn't ask you one time that I remember asking to go onto your live stream. Okay. Second of all, you actually said while you were giving your, how can we say, instructions on about going up on the live stream, since you want to bring Flex and me that I'm not allowed to come up there, blah blah blah. You said on your instructions, the last part of that live stream was you opening up the chat so other people could jump in the chat, and that's what happened. You opened it up, people jumped on there, including me. So, and that's what's after you, Eli already rage quit on you guys. So it had nothing to do with Eli choosing whether or not I come up there or not. You guys made that choice to bring me up. Had nothing to do with Eli. So those are the first three things let's talk about.
Okay.
Okay.
Dennis.
So okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You can respond.
Okay. So when I said Christina and Eli's live, I wrote an email to Eli, and I said I was not going to have anybody on that he didn't want on. He didn't want you or Flex on. So I said at the beginning of the live that more than likely Flex and Roy is not going to be on this live. So if you expect that, I'm sorry. It ain't going to happen. So what happened was when I did that live stream, the comments, if I take that live down because I let you come on and bash this man or bash Christina, now that live, I have to take it down and repost it and cut out the moment of you and other people bashing these people. I didn't want to have to do that. I wanted it to be a live that I can leave up with the comments and keep it moving. And once again, you're Eli's op, and out of respect, even though he angered me for leaving, out of respect for him, I'm going to honor my word and not bring you on to bash him. And that's the point. And Christina removing a couple other people is because she didn't want that to be on that live stream. And I literally told y'all that I would restart another live and y'all could jump back up. Nobody wanted to do that. Y'all wanted to all jump on that live. Maybe because the numbers are higher or whatever such. So that was my feeling. And I didn't understand because you said in the chat, this is a special exclusive live. So I get it why she booted me or she doesn't want me on. I get it. I thought we were cool. But then the next day I see this clown and you said, I'm going to go in on these two clowns. So I just beat you to the punch. That's all it was.
Okay. First of all, you didn't beat nobody. Your smoke was weak. But let's go with the next lie. You said I came into the chat and started off right off the bat on Christina. That's bull. I went off on you because after Eli left and you let everybody up there, you were like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to do something about Eli now, blah, blah, blah. And I told you specifically it had nothing to do with Christina right off the bat, right off the rip. When you asked me to say something, bro, you asked for my opinion and what I wanted to say. And I went right off the bat. I ripped on you. Told you shouldn't be doing anything about Eli because you already knew how Eli was, and that you were warned multiple times about how Eli was. Second of all, when Christina decided to get her panties twisted and hurt and start kicking everybody out of the live because she got tore up by Eli, just like you did when Eli pretty much put you guys in check, she started kicking everybody out of the room. And your excuse, because we know you sent for her, you white knight, like you tell other men not to do, but you white knighted for her. You said, oh, no, this is Christina's stream. This is Christina's stream. Now, one time at the beginning of your live, did you say anything about it's Christina's stream? So pretty much in my eyes, you threw Christina under the bus because you blamed it all on Christina when she started booting everybody out of the room because it was your live. You're the one that set the stage. You're the one that set the rules. You're the one that for the first 13 minutes before Eli even came up was all about my life, my this, I'm doing this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So there's some more lies that you want to tell about me. Okay, so what else you got?
No, I didn't lie. Once again, that was a production. I literally said that I was doing this live. I'm giving Eli the benefit of the doubt. I wrote him an email once again telling him that I was going to have you guys on. The heat of the moment, because I was so angry at Eli, I should have ended the live and just kept it moving, but I decided to put the link up for people to jump up. And you jumped up. I don't even remember what you said to me. And you got to remember, most of the stuff, 90% of the stuff I said were what Christina's feeling. I didn't feel that way about everything. I was her advocate. I'm her lawyer, her legal team when it comes down to it. So my thing is, Christina, she would not have booted you if that was my live. If I was doing that live for my sake, But I told everybody it was Eli's and Christina's live. I said it beginning of that. I said it yesterday or the hour
Okay,
before. I
first of
said
all,
that you weren't going to be on.
come on, first of all,
And
bro,
you
you're
came
lying
on.
because I
Why
just
not?
told you. You're lying, bro, because I just told you the first 13 minutes before of that live stream, before Eli even popped on, it was all about your live stream. You set the rules. You do this. So how's it Christina's all of a
Production.
sudden? Come on, bro.
Okay, because okay,
You're
Roy,
making
how
see,
many times?
you're not even making your
But
own sense,
let
bro,
me
because I'm calling you out on your own stuff. You're not making any sense,
let me
bro.
ask a question. Is it because people were booted, Roy? Is it because like the way the live was handled? What's the big deal about how Dennis ran his channel? I want to hear from Roy on that.
Because Dennis says he's the one that runs his channel. He's the man. He's the man's man, according to everybody. It's his channel. He makes the decisions. He do this and that. He do this and that. He's the one that set the rules of the beginning of the live stream. I'm this. I'm this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But the minute his side chick gets her feelings hurt, he chooses to go, oh, no, this is her live stream. She can boot anybody she wants off. And I wasn't even the first one to speak, bro. It was Craig. Craig was the first one to speak on it. But then she booted him out first. So come on, bro. It wasn't even me. I didn't even jump on there attacking nobody. I just told you and gave you my opinion that I don't think you should do anything about Eli because he smoked you guys and you knew how he was because you were warned by tons of people how he was going to treat you. Okay, so the whole thing about you seem to have this memory that I did this, I did that, but you don't have a memory when it comes to me and what I said. Come on, bro.
Okay,
What's
so
up?
let me say. I'm gonna say this. Thank you for coming on here, like being respectful. I appreciate that. Literally, I appreciate that. Okay,
Yeah, I can be an adult.
let me. I appreciate that. Literally, I thought you were gonna yell and all that, but I'm sorry for assuming that. So I want to say that up front. I'm sorry for saying that. But here's the thing, Roy. You know, the past 2 weeks, I've been allowing people to come on my channel and do shows. I let Christina do shows. I let like a couple other people, I can't remember who they were, but I let people, Brandon do a show. I let Kelly do a show. So, you know, when I let them do these shows, they have control of booting people. They have full control of everything. What I said at the beginning was was a production. I'm treating this like I used to treat my parties and my promotions back in the day. So what I did was produce this. So I reached out to Eli like he was a celebrity guest. And I told him, I gave him exactly the format that I was doing. I wanted. I told him exactly the rules that I'm going to honor. And I told him that anybody that doesn't want on, I won't have come up. As a man, I'm going to honor my word as a business, because if I didn't honor that, now guess what? The next person that I might want to come up, like Pedro, for example, he's big. And if he gives me the time to come on, if I told him I'm not going to allow his op to come up and bash him on this live that he's on, if I took back my word, he's not going to respect me. He's going to say that's bullcrap. Like you, period. I know this is just YouTube, but you got to understand. I wanted that to be straight Eli, Christina, and then when y'all came up, I wanted it to be about the topic of that live. Now, if you just said that, then Christina shouldn't have booted you. She was wrong. But I thought you said more than that. I wasn't paying attention because I had like a bunch of people yelling at the same time. And I was just trying to get a grip because I'm thinking I want this to be clean and produced with all this super chat money that came in, with all these people in the chat. I don't want this to go crazy. So I don't remember even telling me that I lost. Because, and here's the thing, Eli, I wanted him to look good. I told him in the email, I'm about redeeming you and making you look good. Just answer these questions. I told him that. So I did my job. Because I don't hate the guy. I have no reason to hate him. He's done nothing to me. I don't know nothing about what he did to other people. Maybe in the future, y'all might tell me. I know he disrespected Christina, but other than that, I don't know about the disability stuff and all this other stuff y'all told me.
Hannibal, did you email Eli?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh,
good.
okay. Is that it? Okay.
I emailed him.
Well, I gave everybody the information. First 13 minutes of the live, go listen about this, Christina live, blah, 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 and what
Can we
DJ
just play
said.
it up?
Because he didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. It was all this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do. That's what it was. So I could care less about Eli. Eli's irrelevant. My problem with you, homie, is I come in because I told you from the start, I like to come in to people's chat because I hate gig work. Okay? I hate gig work. Okay? Straight up. I hate gig work. Okay? I came into your chat because you were actually talking on good topics and stuff I wanted to hear about. Okay? And then you started off totally going wishy-washy with all your content. not only did Brandon say something to you, but I said something to you. I said, bro, what are you doing? And that was after about the third or fourth live stream where you were just going off the rails, completely different of the views that you give people about being a man's man. And then you turn around and you're simping for these females on your channel. Okay, this is totally ass backwards of the way you say you run your channel and the things you do. And I mentioned that to you numerous times. Okay, so where my problem comes in with you, bro, is you have no consistency in your material when it comes to your channel. Okay, and then what brought up the live, because I did the live after you said you had to address some individuals, me and Eli. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. You got 13,000 subscribers, bro. You bring in the same amount of people in your live streams that I do with 1,300 people on a subscription, okay? That's 10 times less than the people you have on your channel. And I bring the same amount of people in my chat that you bring in yours. 80% of your people don't even like you in your own chat. Okay, so you're just like Eli in that respect. They don't even respect you. They go in there and they clown you. And then I have 90% of the people that come in my chat, they respect me, they talk to me, they come to listen to what I got to say. Okay, they don't dog me in my chat like they dog you. So then you turned around and you had the nerve to say, I'm trying to clout off you. What, really, bro? I'm trying to clout off you. I have been in this community for over 5 years, bro. Hannibal can contest to that. Pedro can contest to that. I have people that email me and ask me to do collabs in this community. How many people have emailed you to do collabs with you besides this one tonight? So don't ever sit there and disrespect me, think I got to look for clout from you. Second, and along with the clout, those people that super chatted you that money, those people came from my channel. Okay, because I said, hey guys, let's go support Dennis. Dennis has been doing some good things on his channel, so let's go over there. So those people that super chatted you all that money, those are people from my channel, bro. So don't ever come at me saying I need your clout because you have nothing. I have people that ask me to be on their live streams because I provide some relevant material to this community. I just don't sit there and cry, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, you got to do this. You're telling us all how to be men, and men have to do this, have to do that, while you sit there and say, nothing that I said in my thing about calling you a clown was a lie. You're talking about all this misinformation. What did I say that was misinformation? You live off your girlfriend. You said that multiple times in your live streams. Hey, my girl helps pay for pretty much everything so I can try to pursue my stuff. You said that yourself. So nothing I said in that smoke that I threw at you, that's not misinformation. Those are your own words, homie. So we'll start with that one. So you tell us how that's misinformation coming out of my mouth when I said, and I put the smoke on you, that you're taken care of by a woman.
Let's let Dennis.
So go ahead on that. That's one. We'll start with that one.
Okay, this is simple. This is simple. So Hannibal, his content when it was about gig work, dope visuals, but I stopped doing gig work and I didn't really watch his videos anymore. But then when I saw he was doing, the whole mayor situation, I love what his videos, are about now. So instead of me going and telling him he sucks, stop doing gig work videos, I don't want to see this no more, I just stopped watching his videos. Simple. I stopped watching Pedro's videos. But then when I saw Pedro or I saw Hannibal going to the mayor, then I came back onto his channel and I love it. It's that simple. If you don't like what I'm doing, just don't watch. But you don't have to make a whole video about me and you get to the point of disrespect because you didn't get your way and I'm not doing the channel the way you want it to be. Just like with Pedro, I stopped watching gig tube videos, but then now that he talks about other stuff, more of like pushing people to stop being lazy for the most part and complaining, I started watching his videos again. So I ask you to do the same thing. If you don't like what I'm doing at this point, just don't watch the videos. But you don't have to do videos about me and not expect a response. Second thing is that I'll say this, okay? First off, I've never, ever in the history of my channel said that my girlfriend takes care of me. What I said is she has the ability, if I want her to pay all the bills and she's offered to pay all the bills, while I do school or do something else. Have I started school? No. I've been working and doing whatever to make money because I haven't even started a school that I would have to physically be 8 hours a day doing and not able to work. So her taking care of me isn't a thing. You're taking out from the chat and the people, the haters that are telling you that my girl's taking care of me when she literally came on here and said she doesn't take care of me. She doesn't pay nothing. I pay my own bills. And then last thing I'll say is 3 months, 90 days. Let's see where I'm at, because I'm going to do what Pedro talked about earlier, Motivation Hour, and I'm going to do a video, 2 videos a day or 2 shorts a day and 3 regular videos. Let's see where my numbers are at in 90 days. Let's see if I'm not at 150, 200 people watching my channel. And let's see if you got the same energy in regards to like your subscriber channel. You brought it up.
Okay,
you brought the subs up.
See, that's the difference between me and you, bro. I don't need validation from people. I've been on here for 5 years doing my thing. I don't need validation. You have to have validation because you're an insecure man. That's another thing I said. You're insecure. That's why your channel is going ass backwards, bro. And I don't care if you have 150, 200 people. If 80% of those people hate you and don't like you, ooh, that's real impressive to me. I don't give a crap. I'd rather have 25, 30 people that have respect for me, not 150 to 200 people that have no respect. Sorry, bro. I don't know how you consider that a win, but that's not a win to me. Okay. And once again, everybody in the chat that's known Dennis for a while, you guys know he said it multiple times in his video. You can go look that his woman takes care of him so he can pursue like the schooling and all this stuff, because Brandon is the one that brought it up. And so we'll just leave it at that. The proof is out there, unless he deletes the stuff. The proof is out there.
Does it matter if his help? It doesn't really matter if his woman's helping. Am I missing something, or is it?
No. But he's the one that's always found I'm the man's man. A man has to do this for his woman. A man is supposed to do this for a woman. You ain't a real man unless you're doing this for your woman. You paying all the bills. You doing this. You doing that. The whole time he's living off his girlfriend. So that's the BS we're calling out, is because he says all this stuff. A man is this. Can't make 25 grand. You ain't a man. When you ain't making 25 grand, you ain't making jack, because your woman's taking care of you. So that's the stuff that people are calling out on him, because he's saying all this stuff that you have to be a man, but he's not the one being the man. He's the one saying you got to be a man's man. You can't simp. You can't white knight for women. But yet he's doing it with the side chick, Christina. Every time somebody comes at her, he's booting them off the chat, yelling at them, freaking out because she's crying in the chat because she's getting roasted, and she's getting roasted for the shit that she says. And he doesn't even stick up for her. He, once again, a man's man. Women should respect their man. Women should do this. But yet she's the one on here talking about she has to have 8 inches of dick because that's what she needs as a woman, blah, 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 disrespecting her man in their own relationship. And then she wonders why Eli jumped in her ass and started getting on her, because he opened up the door for it.
Let's not bring Christina into it because she's not here.
I mean,
she has a vital part in this, Pedro, because she's the one that he's the one that brought up the live stream.
Hold on.
And he's the one that allowed her to kick people out.
Hold on. Everyone chill out for a second. Check out. If she's in the chat, she wants to come in and talk. I mean, at this point, a lot been said, and if she's in here, will she talk, or she's not interested in talking?
Well, I want to respond to all that he just said, and it's going to be real quick here. So once again, he brought up the numbers. He's the one that said he has 1,300 people, subscribers. I got 13,000, and he's doing bigger numbers than me. And I once again told him that it's because I'm not consistent. Can I finish?
Stop. Okay, let's stop with the line. Let's stop with the line, Dennis. I never said that I do bigger numbers than you. I said I pull in the same numbers.
Comparable numbers. Yes. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Comparable numbers. Okay. We're doing comparable numbers. Yeah. So the whole point of the matter is he's the one that opened that rabbit hole. So what I'm saying is I'm going to be consistent doing a 90-day challenge. I'm going to do 3 videos a day, 2, and let's see where I'm at 90 days from now if my numbers aren't where they're supposed to be at. Secondly, once again, I made $35,000 on sports betting. We know it. It was on live. I showed the numbers. So for you to be putting this narrative that I didn't make $25,000, and then on top of that, for you to say that it's a bad thing for my chick if she was to take care of me, that ain't a bad thing. This ain't my fault I chose a good woman. Maybe you should go choose a good woman that can hold it down while you chase a career that when you get your career, now you're taking care of like your part, because we're going to be married. So what's hers is mine. What's mine is hers. Last thing I'll say is you got to understand, Roy, like maybe, I don't know why, but I mean, you sound bitter about the 8 inches. I'm sorry. Bro, like if you had 8 inches, you would not be complaining about a woman at 8 inches.
Let's not get into
See, that's the clown. That's the clown stuff we talking about. That's
He
the
brought it
clown
up,
stuff
though. He
people
brought it
call you
up.
out on, bro. That's the clown
You
stuff
just
you
brought it
call.
up.
You think Christina is nothing to me. Christina's too dumb for me. Let me just put it to you that way. We'll just leave Christina out of this because she doesn't have the IQ to even step to my level as a woman. Okay, so we'll just leave it right there. It has nothing to do with my dick size. Trust me. I have plenty of women that'll tell you otherwise.
You're throwing low
And
blows.
and
All right,
it is what it
hold on a
is.
second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So if Christina's available to come up, Dennis, you have the link. You can send a link if she wants to come up and defend herself because she's in here.
No, she ain't gonna come up. I'm gonna text her see she wants to.
If she wants to, that'll be cool. So let's bring it
No,
back a
like,
little
I'm
bit. Let's
just
bring it
bringing
back.
up.
Hold on. Let's bring it back. So, Dennis, with Roy saying, right? Well, all of the colorfulness. There's issues with consistency of the content. You're saying, well, it's inconsistent, don't watch. But do you understand his idea about the inconsistency of you're saying one thing, but it looks like it may not be following in terms of what you're stating and what's happening? Do you understand where he's coming from, or you think he's totally 100% wrong?
Here's the thing. I understand where he's coming from, but once again, I want to love and like I want to love YouTube. I want to like doing videos. I don't want to feel like I got a boss. So I've been doing my channel the way I've been doing it for 2 years. I'm happy where it's at. I build it up, then I go away for 2 weeks. I'm happy with that. He's only been on my channel consistently the past month or two, like month and a half. I shouldn't have to change my whole YouTube channel to conform to him. I just want to be a mess. And I'm okay with that. It's nothing, you shouldn't care. It's my channel. Who cares? Let me be a mess.
But he has the right. But he has the right to criticize it because it's public. So like that's the thing about YouTube. All of us, we all gotta take the hits when we make content. People are going to say, and they could be 100% wrong. They could even be, let's say you say lying or misinformed. We gotta take the hits, and the hits are hard to take sometimes. But the bigger the channel is, the bigger you get, the more you're gonna have to deal with that. So that's something that even if you don't like what Roy says, if you get bigger, you get 20,000 subscribers, 30,000, 40, there's going to be more of this, especially when you are, like you said, you have no regrets telling us all about your life. That's a lot of material people are going to use. And some people can handle it and some people can't. You already see what the guy with the hat, what's his face, Eli, he can't handle it. He clearly has too much of his personal life online and he's probably regret it. Even though he'll pretend he doesn't.
Listen, if
somebody
wants to get me Eli, I'll chop a head off tonight. Somebody get me Eli.
He's not gonna come on.
Somebody get him. Somebody
so
really night popping tonight.
So once again, when I was roasting you the other night, you talking about all this misinformation. Remember, I'm just using your own words against you. You're the one that came on your own chat, and you've said this multiple times. And just because I've bothered to come on your live streams for the last 2 months, don't mean I haven't watched your channel or been involved in your channel, bro. So let's get that straight. I'm all over YouTube, bro. I know most things that you don't even have a clue about. So I'm all over. So just because I saw some shit on your channel that I wanted to involve myself with, that's the only time I've been with your channel. And that's another thing you brought up, because I wasn't there at the beginning of you blowing up your channel. What kind of corny ass shit is that, bro? Excuse my language. Sorry, Hannibal. My bad. What kind of corny stuff is that? That's like saying, oh, I can't join Pedro's live or Hannibal's live because I wasn't there at the beginning of their channel. You know how corny and narcissist and big-headed that sounds like? That you're going to say something stupid like that? That, oh, he wasn't in the beginning, so he has no say in nothing. What is that? I was coming up supporting your channel. I was bringing people to your channel. So don't give me that like I'm looking for your clout. I'm bringing people to you. I'm trying to help support you. Trust me. I'm well more known in this community than you are by far. Okay, so we'll just keep. And what about this misinformation? Let's go to misinformation 2. What was I lying about when you on your own channel say you blew through $1 million because of your insecurities, having to buy people stuff, treating your friends and stuff, doing this, doing that to get the women so people would like you? Where is that the misinformation when that comes out of your own mouth on your channel multiple times? So where's that misinformation?
So here's the thing, Hannibal. I respect Roy, which is why his opinion matters to me. So you understand, if some random person, Joe Nobody, I don't know him, he does a video about how my channel sucks, blah blah blah, I don't care. But because I have respect for Roy, and he says that, he's saying, things about my girlfriend and things about all these people that I care about, I'm going to take it personal. That's the only reason why I even care. I don't care if he says my channel sucks. I don't go to his channel. I've literally only watched 2 of his videos because there were 2 videos that were great. He was ripping people. I call him Stone Cold Steve Austin of his community, but I'm not part of the gay community. Pedro knows that. I've never I tried to be a part of it, but it's a lot that I just don't like in this community. And I'm a real guy. Like, I'm sorry. A lot of people are fake. And like, they're fake friends. I don't do fake friends. I keep it real, and a lot of people can't handle the real, can't handle the truth. So you got to understand, that's the reason why I was never accepted. I was never jumping on people's channels, even though they asked me. A lot of people asked me to do team ups and all that. And I said no, because I don't want to be fake to make the people happy. But in regards to the money, I talk about me blowing my money with giving it away. I just talked about it like an hour ago. I don't care about that. The only thing I cared about is you talking about me in my relationship with my girlfriend. And I considered you somebody I respect, and then allowing somebody to come up and just literally degrade me, talking about my motorcycle repo, all this. Yeah. These are new people that's going to come to my channel and take your word because I'm telling them I respect Roy. So now they're going to come thinking everything you're saying is true when it's not true. I've literally, Roy, good and dang well, I gave you the moderator wrench. Okay, I literally told everybody, if Roy's talking, he could do his thing. I let you run rapping on my channel. I never censored you. I never did anything. Christina booted you because of something you said that I don't know what you said. Annabelle's going to play it. That was her choice because it was her live. That's the only reason why you're mad. I'm not disrespecting you or nothing. The only thing we disagree on is I think that men are more responsible for women having babies. That's it. Like, I don't know why you're mad right now.
That has nothing to do with it. That has you to do with simping for her. Okay, and that's one of the things that you don't sit there and tell me. Don't, yeah, you are, because you protect her at every chance you get. But that's besides the point. But don't sit there and say you respect me when you allowed her, when we had this conversation and she couldn't comprehend what I was saying, that she decided to go on to do it on your channel, as well as her calling me a woman hater. When there is, I get tons of women in my chat. I have stood up for many women in this community. Everybody knows this. This is common fact. And because she wasn't intelligent enough to comprehend what I was saying, you allowed her to play a live stream calling me a woman hater. Knowing damn well I'm not a woman hater. Just because she can't comprehend common sense doesn't make me a woman hater. So you don't sit there and say you respect somebody when you're the one allowing this kind of bull crap behavior from your side chick, talking crap about somebody she knows nothing about. So let me tell you, Dennis, this is the man hater that you allowed on your channel to be played on your channel. Married 18 years, bro. Had 3 relationships with 3 different women, all having kids. I took care of them into my house. I paid everything, okay? This ain't a woman hater that does this kind of stuff. I took care of 3 women, all had children. I bought women cars so they could get back and forth to work. Okay, I did 2 years on probation for a woman because she made a mistake, and I had to take the responsibility for what this woman did. I didn't kick her out of my house. We had to leave because of probation issues. So, and I still talk to these women to this day. So this is who you are. You're not even knowing who you're talking about. You're letting some other woman that doesn't have comprehension play stuff on your channel you know nothing about.
Hey, Roy.
But you're going to sit there and then you're going to sit there and agree with her saying I'm a woman hater. Come on, bro. You don't even know.
Roy, let me ask you a question. Do you have more of a issue with Christina or Dennis?
My issues started with Christina. I was cool with Dennis. My issue was with Christina from the start because of her nonsense. But then when he started,
her or him?
My first concern was her. That's why I didn't involve myself with her. I didn't do nothing.
So you have more of an issue with her than him?
Yes. But where I have my issue with Dennis is that he wants to stick up for her and he allows her nonsense to go on, and that nonsense affects the people that actually support him. He's willing to throw away the people that actually truly care and try to support him for some chick because I don't know why, because he feels it's something to be Captain Save-A-Ho or something. So I don't know. But that's where the problem with Dennis came in, because Dennis is taking the side of a woman against somebody that he so-called respects and knows nothing about. And he's allowing it. He's sitting there playing her shit that says I'm a woman hater, and he's agreeing with her, talking about I'm bitter. I'm bitter. What have I got to be bitter about, bro? I did an 18-year marriage. I did a divorce where I got the house, the car, the motorcycle, everything in the house. She got absolutely zero. So what makes you guys think I'm bitter about that is kind of corny. Not to mention my marriage ended damn near 15 years ago, bro. So there ain't no bitter nothing. So you see that's the kind of stuff that pisses me off is, yes, you don't watch my channel. That's cool. But don't try to speak on somebody's life or agree with somebody just because they're your best friend and you want to Captain Save-A-Ho them when you don't even know the person you're dealing with.
Okay, real quick. So let me try. Hold on, Des, before you go. Let's because we're trying to get some understanding here.
Yeah.
Roy is upset that there was some misinformation, or at least some opinion that was pretty strong about him on your channel. The way that you were upset that you feel there was some misinformation on Roy's channel about you. So I'm trying to, hopefully we can get, before we can finish this conversation, to have this understanding of what happens on your channel represents you, whether you like it or not. Whether you say, well, this is Christina's or Brandon's, or so, like, you guys have a similar reason to be upset because people are saying things that you guys don't agree with that's on that channel. So where can we figure out there's some understanding? Hey, this person said that you didn't know all the information about you or about Roy, right? Roy said something, or someone said something on Roy's panel that didn't have all the information about you. Couldn't this been a conversation that could have been like resolved in like a, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Roy has Instagram, but obviously some behind the scenes conversation. Yo, man, so-and-so said this on their panel. I appreciate it. Like, but I don't know.
But let me tell you.
Let me respond. No, Roy, let me respond.
Okay.
I just let you go.
Go ahead.
Let me just respond real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say this, okay? And I'm going to try to be respectful with this series of okay, first off, I need you, if you can, find a video that Christina played of your life, because I don't remember it. So you can answer that in a second. But this is the only reason why, like I said before, yesterday, I took
stop right there, bro. See, you don't even listen to what people are telling you, bro. I never said Christina played my live. I said she made a live calling me a woman hater, and you went ahead and you double play it off of your channel because you allow her to do that.
I didn't know she did that. Why couldn't you reach up?
Her live stream calling me a woman hater is being played on you.
Okay, I get it. Let me just finish. Okay, so Rory, all you had to do was tell me that happened, and then I would have removed the video if that was the case. If I didn't know, you could have told me that. Secondly, like I said before, the only reason why because dude, I gotta go here because like you threw a stone at what is the phrase, Pedro? Throw a stone at a glass house, whatever. Like, here's the thing. The reason why I was sick to my stomach is because you and all these people were bashing me. The only really thing you had was my girl taking care of me. That's the only thing I was saying. But I'm thinking to myself, all the times that I heard, like y'all calling me weak, I'm not a man, I don't work, I'm lazy, and this and that. But I've never, ever asked anybody to donate money to me. I never asked for a handout. I never asked anybody for nothing my whole life. I have received that inheritance. So, Roy, we're the same person because guess what? The same way I may get some assistance from my girl in many of ways, didn't you get assistance from people? Didn't you have to ask people to help you? And should I judge you for you doing it? So should I judge you the same way you're judging me yesterday?
I never judged you, bro. I never judged you. You're the one that
you did.
Remember, I don't judge. Okay, let me tell you something, Dennis. I don't judge you because of what you went through on your life, because I've had one of the roughest lives you'd ever can imagine, bro. So
me too.
I also, when I come to your channel, I see some shit in you that has happened to me. And I have, like Pedro said, empathy because I can understand what you're going through. But what I don't understand is when you are on here bashing your chat, you're bashing other people, calling them they're brokies, they're this, they're that, because you ain't a man unless you making enough money. We even had an argument on your channel, bro, about the $25,000 because some female went up there. Because some female went up there talking shit, and then I did the research just to prove her wrong, and you still were up there simping for that girl, knowing the information, because you and Brandon got in a fight about it. So I don't have any ill will against you. But what I do have problems with is when people talk crap about me without knowing me. Okay, I do my research on everybody before I speak on it, and I didn't even care. And it wasn't even about. I wasn't even taking that video that you helped share of her and her bullshit. I didn't even take that out on you.
Hold on, how did I share it?
I come up on your lives to talk to you, Dennis, not to worry about Christina, not to worry about anybody else. I come up there to talk to you and share chats and talks with you. So I could have did that a long time ago when she did that, just said fuck his channel and moved on. But I didn't. I still came to your channel because you allowed me to come to your channel. But don't sit here and say you respect somebody when you're allowing disrespect on your channel about them.
I didn't. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't share the video. I didn't share the video. I don't even know what video you're talking about that she did. But all I'm saying, Roy, is this, okay? That's what upset me, because I didn't care about you talking about my girl, because if it ain't true, I don't care. It was the fact that you were telling these people that don't know me, that literally were coming to my channel and they're going to be trolling and spamming. But here's the situation, Roy. You were in the same situation as what you thought I was in, needing help from people. So that's what I'm saying. That was your whole argument. You let Hector bash me about using my chick and this and that when you were literally donating, asking for donations. That's what I'm saying. So you should have literally checked Hector and all those people and said that's fake and phony, which is why I don't rock with the gay community, because we all need help. We're all broke for the most part. Pedro's making money with YouTube. Hannibal's making money with YouTube. They're making it happen. Okay, there's a lot of other people that's making it happen. Dashing and Watt is making money, but most of us are not making. We weren't making money. A lot of us quit. I got a day job now because
that's what's funny. You act like these people don't know you, bro. These people have been rocking with you since I asked them to come to your live stream over 2 months ago. They've been watching your stuff, bro. Just because you don't see them come on your channel and make comments, don't mean they're not watching you, bro. That's what you don't understand. That's what you don't understand. You say they don't know you. They watch your stuff. Just because you don't see them in there, don't mean they don't watch you, Dennis. That's what you don't understand. That's what you don't understand.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, we both are in the same situation.
No, I don't think you get it, bro. Because
my girl,
if I attach I don't think you do get it, because if I attach myself to somebody's channel, I'm going to do my best to help that channel. I don't go on Pedro's because I think Pedro needs the help. Pedro asked me, and I go on Pedro's channel because I have something to offer the community. Same with you, bro. I have stuff to offer your community. Remember, I lived in my car for over a year, so I know the deal. Okay, so when you sit there and you're saying you're having issues and stuff, hey, I can empathize with you, and I can tell you how I have moved from a 4-year hardship to where I'm at now. And that's another thing. You dogging gig workers. Come on, bro. You were a gig worker. Bro, I was very successful
as a gig worker. Yes.
Everybody in this room was a successful gig worker. Everybody in that panel you were dogging last night, let me tell you, make upwards of 80 grand or more doing gig work. So when you sit there and disrespect people and say, oh, they're this or they're that, that's another reason why people don't like you, bro, because you trying to downplay people because you think you got to be this millionaire in order to be a person. And I've told you this multiple times. Brandon has told you money doesn't make a man, bro. Whether you think so or not, money doesn't make a man, and you need to get through your head, because everything you base your life on and your wishy-washy behavior is all based on your thoughts that I got to have the fattest wallets to be the real man. And that's what you continue to tell people, but then you turn around and your girlfriend's supporting you. That's the shit that I don't like. I am real as it gets, bro. I've always been 100%. Everybody in this room, besides you, knows that from day one of this channel to this day right now, I've never lied to nobody. I've told them 100% truth, put my whole life out there. There is no wishy-washy here, bro. But you're 100% wishy-washy on what you think and what you believe, and depending on if there's a girl on your panel or not, you're a totally different person. Because there's a Dennis. When Dennis is up there and we're talking and we're chatting about life shit, it's all good. Until a woman comes up there, then it's like, oh, she's got to take over. I got to do the girl. I got to do the girl. So come on.
I'll send the link. But Roy, the point of the matter is, I do not need your help or want your help. Just like Pedro probably didn't ask for your help, Hannibal probably didn't ask for your help. So you're forcing, just like everybody else. Y'all think I'm just this helpless person on YouTube. Y'all all feel a need like to help me. I don't ask for you. I don't need your help. I want to do my YouTube channel my way, and it's been working for me. I've been monetized from the first month that I started doing videos, and only under 1% of people have been monetized I could say other than 1 month, I've made more than $250 a month. I'm sorry. Like, it ain't big money, but it's, I mean, I'm doing my thing. And a lot of people don't make $50 on YouTube each month.
I'm not looking.
So I'm just
I'm
saying.
not looking to help your channel. I'm hoping to look at maybe possibly help you as a person, bro. Because I've been through the shit. I don't care less about your channel. I don't go by numbers, bro. I'm not that guy. My channel is more. I'm more than happy with my numbers. I don't try to get the numbers. You don't think if I wanted to, I could try to get more numbers? Of course I could. I don't,
Yes, you
because
can. Absolutely, you can.
no, the respect of my viewers mean more to me than the amount of people that are subscribed to my channel. And once again, if you look at the comparable numbers, that speaks for itself. 13,000 versus 1,300 with the same comparable views and viewers. So that right there speaks for itself. Plus, I don't have 80% of my people hating on me. So I've never been about my numbers. I could care less about my numbers. I didn't make this channel to make money. I make my money. See my studio? See, I did everything that I the one that paid for this. I'm the one that worked hard for this. From going from homeless, living in my car to where I'm at now. So yeah, bro, don't ever ask Roy about clout or Roy's chasing clout just because you might have got your feelings hurt because I said something that actually came out of your own mouth to your own viewers more than one time. You know, that's
Roy,
clown.
I was sleeping in my car in July. I made $25,000 and I showed you on live and I got into this place. We're the same person. We like what are you like? You don't understand, Roy. You're trying to find a flaw in me. You're the same guy. I never begged. I never asked nobody for money. I'm sorry. I never asked for a handout. I did it on my own. I had people telling me to die while I was sleeping in that car and showering 24-hour fitness. At the time, me and Dash Trader, we were like beefing low key. He was telling me I sucked. You know how bad it felt to like, no, I got to go shower in a freaking 24-hour fitness. I didn't even have enough money to buy freaking flip-flops half of the time because I would leave them in there and forget them. But guess what? I did what I had to do, and I didn't ask nobody to help me. I didn't ask for a couch to sleep on. I slept in that car with a blanket in the trunk and had to dodge police pulling up, seeing if somebody was in the car. So I'm just saying, bro, I have no issue with you. Like, you just need to understand that we are one and the same. Okay, but I don't need your advice. I don't need your help. I'm doing my life. I'm good. I'm living good. I'm good. Just let me and my girlfriend live.
I want you to read what I got on the screen, and everybody just pause.
Roy and DJ are both good at hate. Good.
I don't think it's a beef. It seems like it's a misunderstanding. There's some kind of miscommunication here. I mean, in terms of like I remember Roy and Dennis been on a live like months ago, 6 months ago. I think Dennis went on Roy's live.
Yeah, that's the first time
no, I think there's some misunderstanding, and Roy has some criticism, and it's Dennis, again, you have to be able to handle it and handle it in a way that makes sense when you know it's coming from a good place. Like you said, you wouldn't care if a random person be talking.
Yeah, wouldn't care.
But Roy, it's important, and maybe you want to reach out to Roy and necessarily say, no, you got it wrong, and y'all can have that conversation. But no, I don't think it's a beef necessarily. No, I mean, Roy's passionate. I mean, Roy cursed out Pedro, 1,500 million times.
Oh,
Roy's made
a few videos about me, and I'm like looking at him like, who the fuck is Roy?
Roy's,
at the end of the day, that's YouTube, and at the end of the day, like there has to be this respect with men. If we're moving accordingly, we should be able to respect, agree to disagree. I will say this: Christina's been saying some weird stuff in the chat, Dennis.
Is that her?
Yeah,
that's really on.
So she ready to come on?
Defend herself. You said she can defend herself.
And that's the thing is, once I say what I say, I'm done. I don't rehash it. But what makes me laugh, bro, is you have to go over and over every day, making 2 videos a day about the same shit. So apparently something I said hit the nerve because it doesn't bother me.
I'm never talking about you again.
Exactly. That's what you say now. That's what you say now. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I don't hold grudges. I'm a grown ass man, bro. I've had people try to degrade me from day one from this channel. So I'm a grown ass man. I can take that criticism. Trust me. All these men have had criticism about me, and I've took it and ran with it and done what I got to do to where I'm at right now. So it doesn't bother me.
How about this, Roy? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you felt some kind of way about getting booted, and I'm sorry for doing my video earlier. But you got to understand, I felt some kind of way because you let those people tear me down. I've never allowed anybody, no matter what you said, Roy, I've never allowed people on my panel with you not on there or even with you on there to attack you. And I would never, even to this day, tomorrow, if somebody comes on there, will not be talking about Roy behind your back. I don't do that. So I'm sorry. I thought you were a real one in regards to that. But I'm sorry.
Once again, I pay very good attention, bro. I watch your chat. I see the people dog me in your chat. Do I acknowledge them? Does it bother me? No.
They dog me too.
I know they do.
Christina, is that you?
Oh, is this Christina? It's real talk with Christina? Is that you did you send the link to her, Dennis?
Yep, I sent it to her.
I didn't send no link to anyone else. So no one, Pedro, did you send a link?
Yeah. Christina, unmute your mic. Her mute game is kind of bad.
Okay, so hopefully she'll jump in and have, again, everyone, oh, she's out. If she does come back, just like we were doing now, everyone just, you know.
Yeah, I have no issues with him. It's just when somebody like you want to push a lion to speak, do stupid shit to that lion, and he's gonna bite you back.
Yeah, Roy,
and it's a done deal.
Roy, I honestly, this is my opinion. I think you have a little more issue with her and the things that she said about you than you do Dennis. That's my opinion. I could be. That's how
exactly.
You know,
exactly. But that my problem then falls to Dennis is because he's the one that allows her to do this stuff when he's telling other men you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But yet he's doing the exact same thing. He's telling people not to. So that's where I have a problem. I don't go up there because she's up there. I go up there because he's up there because we've had some really good conversations. And so that's why I go up there. I could care less about her. I brought her to my channel because I'm like, hey, let's give this girl a chance. And then you give her a chance, and because she can't comprehend something, she loses her shit. Next thing you know, I'm a woman hater. But I didn't hold that against Dennis. They still share where they show each other shit all the time. I didn't hold that against Dennis. Dennis agreed with her. Dennis thinks she's right. Did I hold that against Dennis? Did I throw that up in Dennis's face? No, he has his right to, if that's what if he believes. Yeah. But
can we ask Pedro or Hannibal that question about the right? This is the conflict. It's all about, I feel like men, we used to be leaders back in like the 90s and 2000s, the way I was raised. Like a real man, not a real man, but average man, strong man, he's not making babies he does not want. He's not making that mistake 9 times out of 10. So I think that a man that is going to get a woman pregnant and then blame her and say, it's your fault, you're pregnant, that's a weak man. I think that he should be blamed more. That's my thought, though.
See, and that's another thing. That's another thing. You guys don't come to the source, or because you don't watch the videos, you don't know what the true statement or the true question was that I asked in the first place. I never said anything about a man doesn't have responsibilities. I said, who is the problem, men or women? I said, if a woman does not want to deal with the unwanted pregnancy, then it is her responsibility to, 1, keep her legs closed so the guy can't go in and bust in her. Or 2, she has to make it her responsibility to tell him to wear a rubber, do whatever kind of birth control. That was what it was about. Who's more responsible at the end of the day if they do not want to have an unwanted pregnancy? And I said it's the.
I want to hear Hannibal's take on that question.
Oh, a busting in a chick? Well, listen, guys.
No. The question was, Hannibal. Let me repeat it.
Yeah.
Who is ultimately the more responsible if they do not want to have to deal with the unwanted pregnancy, a woman or a man? Who has the ultimate responsibility? My view on it was, if she keeps her legs closed, it's her responsibility to, 1, keep her legs closed if she doesn't want an unwanted pregnancy, or 2, she has the responsibility to make sure the guy is wearing some kind of protection or she is protecting herself otherwise. That's what was said. And it went on this whole contingent about, no, it's the man. He has to be the man. He has to do this. He has to do it. And it had nothing to absolutely do with what was actually said.
Well, you know what? I have a 10-year-old son, right? So, like, the way I'm gonna approach it is I'm gonna put a lot of effort. Pedro, come on, man. You play basketball. I'm gonna put a lot of thought and at least a lot of like game on. Like, you better make sure that you protect yourself, because this child may, at a certain age, you're not gonna be ready. It's gonna be a hard time for you, right? But let's go with biology. if a child is formed, who is going to be mostly responsible? Let us be like really honest in terms of it. It's going to be the person who's growing it, who has to push it out, that has that connection with the child. So if I'm a woman, I got to really make sure that I'm not going to get pregnant unless I am in the best position possible where I can be taken care of. So in my opinion, the woman, since it's coming out of her, she has more responsibility. If you want to go with the whole 80, 20, whatever that is, the fact that it's growing inside of her, she has to have more responsibility because she's going to be left with this thing. Sorry, this child. Where the dude could bounce. We've all been around men that left. I mean, I have family members who left their kids. It's the dudes. Usually the woman kind of is due to biology, due to the fact that it's in society is unacceptable for a woman to leave their child. The woman has more of the responsibility. So they got to really make sure that if they're going to have a child, it's with the right person. So I would say the woman, it's more responsible. You may not be fair, but it's biology. It's just how it is because we're not birthing the children. They are. So they got to be the one that's saying, I don't want to talk to you unless you got, you're going to be in a committed relationship with me or you ain't got your stuff in order. Before we even get to a point with sexual activity and this birth control, this condom. So the woman has to have that. She has to have that. She has to have that fortress, man. Because she doesn't, it can go all over the place. Christina left again.
No, I told her to put a profile picture. I told her to put a profile picture up because that just looks ugly.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's what started it off. And that's what started it off because she didn't like my answer, and she couldn't comprehend that, which is common sense. And so next thing I know, I'm a woman hater. And she got really mad because there's about 7 or 8 women in my chat that was like, what the hell is she talking about? How does she not understand? And then she goes, oh, well, his chat hates me. No, they're just asking you like, what the hell are you thinking when it's common sense? And so I'm a woman hater, but yet I have 7 or 8 women in my chat. So like, what are you talking about, Christina? You're not making any sense, blah, blah, blah. But I'm the woman hater, but yet 7 or 8 women are in my chat agreeing with what I say because they're grown, because she's supposed to be at least, I think, 36, 37. So she's a grown woman. She's not a child. So it should be common sense. Hey, if you keep your legs closed, you don't let guys go up inside you, you're not going to get pregnant. It's common sense. And because she couldn't handle it, and she didn't like those response, I'm a woman hater. And that's what started the whole thing. And then when he decided to go ahead and agree with her that I'm a woman hater and I'm bitter and I'm this and I'm that, yeah, then I have an issue because one, you can't sit there and say you respect a man and then you sit there and put a man down at the same time. I don't do that to other men.
Did that come out of my mouth? Did you hear that come out of my mouth? Me say Roy is a woman hater. Did those words ever come out of my mouth? Did you hear
that? But you guys share live streams back and forth.
No, I've never said that. I said that what I said was you don't
but if you're allowing
because I don't like. I said you don't respect women as much as me because you're using the B word, using the H word. I don't like that. I don't like referring to women anything other than a woman, lady. Like my love or something. I'm sorry. I just respect women like that because my grandmother, the way I was raised, my grandmother, my mom, and my sisters. I just don't call women B's. Any man that says B or H's or talks about women in a derogatory way, I'm going to, call him out. But like I said, when I was that guy for like 8 years, because I got my heart broken, yes, I was like how you were. I was calling women these nasty names. I just think that's just disrespectful. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on a second. So Dennis, when you were using those language, you associated with not appreciating women, not liking women. But that doesn't necessarily mean if another man uses those words, they had the same vitriol for women that you had, because everyone's different, right? So like Roy can say bitches and hoes, it doesn't necessarily mean that he hates women, right? Like,
no,
you can agree with the language is different.
That's the context of using B's and H's. If you're saying it in like a just regular way, calling women, then it's okay. But if you're using that to like explain women are bad because of this, that's why they're B's. I just think you don't like or you don't respect women. I don't think he hates women because he's not gay, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, I used to be that guy. I used to be like, if you want to say it to your grandmother or your mom, then you shouldn't be saying it to other women. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to call them B's and H's because I just respect women. I'm sorry. That's what I thought. told us we're supposed to do. I don't believe in religion and all that. I
Well,
just believe in God.
I'm sorry. Maybe that's where the age difference comes in, bro. Because I guess you had an
Yeah,
issue
there
with
you
the
go.
age
That's it.
earlier.
That's what I mean with the
If
generational.
you're being a bitch, I'm gonna call you a bitch. I'm sorry, bro. I don't sugarcoat shit for nobody,
Would you call
woman
a man
or
a
a
bitch
man,
though?
woman or a man. So
Okay, so you're good
I don't
then.
know the
I thought you
difference.
just called women that. I didn't know you
No,
called men bitches.
no, bro.
Okay.
I just explained to you. I was married for 18 years. I had 3 different relationships after my marriage with women with kids for 3 to 4 years worth of relationships with these women. Just because somebody calls a woman a bitch or the hoe word, well, if she's out there every night at the club banging some new dude and I call her a hoe, she's doing that behavior. She's doing hoish behavior. There's nothing wrong with the man calling her a hoe because that's what she's doing. You're just explaining her behavior. So if she doesn't want to be called a hoe, don't go spread it every weekend for a different dude and you
I
won't be
agree.
called a hoe. It's very simple.
I agree.
All
I
right.
agree.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So I think we have Christina here.
I'm gonna run the restroom real quick.
Okay, you can do that, Dennis. Pedro, what are we doing? I can't believe you guys have me here over 2.5 hours. I
Yes,
can't believe this.
I texted you like 20 minutes ago, bro.
You did?
Yeah.
God
What-
damn it. All right. So it's
tell me
fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. People are enjoying it. I'll manage.
I think we're having a good conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to fix anything. We don't need Roy and Dennis or Roy and Hannibal or Roy and this or Dennis and Pedro. We don't need to but I think we can have an understanding and at least talk it out. I think these guys are doing it respectfully. I appreciate Roy. I appreciate that, Dennis. I think Christina is here. She has some things to say.
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to bring her up because there's stuff being said. So she's there. She's able to explain herself, defend herself, because we don't want to have people. Since she's already in the chat, it makes sense for her to speak her piece. She heard. I'm assuming she's heard enough. So Christina, can you hear us? I think she's still muted. Hold on.
I'm here, guys.
Oh, okay. Cool. So just like the same format we have with everyone else, you speak your piece, and then I guess Roy will respond. I guess you could be referring to Roy. Obviously, we just need everyone to be respectful, talk like adults, talk like we're in the same room with each other. We can have conversations without going crazy with the insults or whatnot. So, Christina, the floor is yours. Tell us what you have been listening to, and again, let her all speak. So her speak, we don't speak. She speaks. Then when she's done, then Roy or whoever needs a response. So, Christina, the floor is yours.
First of all, why is Roy so bitter? I really want to find out why.
Bitter about what, sweetheart? What am I bitter about?
Just about life in general,
What makes you think I'm bitter?
just your behavior.
What do you mean my behavior? Because I'm rough around the edges and I give 0 fucks about people, what they think about me, and I don't care. I speak my mind. I share my opinion. I share my opinions and say what I want to say. Why is that bitter? Why is that not me being a man? Why is that not being straightforward? Why do I have to lie to people to get people to like me? I don't lie to people. I tell them, if you're being stupid, I'm going to call you stupid. I'm sorry. If that hurts people's feelings, I'm not PC. I've never been PC. I've lived the rough life. The way I am is a product of my life. And you know what? It's worked well for me, and it should work well for everybody else because I'm speaking the truth. I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat it and blow smoke up your ass. I'd rather say, hey, Christina, if you're having an issue, keep it to yourself. Deal with it on your own. Okay? I'm not going to sit there and say, well, Christina, I feel sorry for you. Maybe you should do. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you, you're fucking it up. Go take care of it and do it. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass, Christina. I'm sorry. That's not being bitter, Christina.
You're bitter.
I'm sorry.
You're bitter. That's exactly what it is.
No, it's how's it bitter, Christina? Oh, you're breaking up. I can't even hear you. You're breaking up. I couldn't even hear you. I heard a robot. Is it me? Am I coming through?
Not you.
No, you're good. It's Christina. Christina, are you out? Like you're doing, I'm assuming DoorDash or something right now, so you might be in a bad reception area.
I think
I
I'm
don't know
at-
why a man. I don't know why a man spitting the truth and speaking from his heart and giving people the hard truth makes him a bitter man. I don't get that.
you're
Well,
not
Christina,
speaking from your
I
heart,
lived,
Roy.
what?
You disagree with me because I stand for women. That's your problem. You have no other reason to be mad at me. We don't know each other. Do you understand?
Okay. We had a conversation about women and men. You're more than welcome to stick up for men. I mean, for women, but don't deny the facts that are in your face that you can look up for yourself and the statistics. So when I throw statistics and facts in front of your face, don't call me a liar. Don't say I'm making it up because this all could be researched. You choose not to do the research. I do the research, just like Dennis. This is one thing Dennis has always taught you guys. Do your research. So when he speaks, he's not speaking out of his ass when it comes to certain products. But see, you want to have conversations based on emotions and not the facts. Because I throw you the facts, I throw you the statistics, and you said there, and you sat there. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Come on, that's disingenuous. And when people want to have a disingenuous conversation with me, you're pointless to me because you're
I
not being
are you gonna
genuine.
let me
You're not
talk?
being genuine
Are you gonna let me
because
talk
I'm
at
being
all?
genuine with you.
Like at all?
What?
Are you gonna let me talk at all? Because you're
Well,
talking the whole time.
see this is
Is
another
this
thing.
your
I'm not
time?
Dennis, sweetheart. Don't jump in here and to act like I'm Dennis. I'm not. You asked me
Hold on.
something. I'm giving you.
I don't know
You
who you
asked
All
me
right.
are.
something. I
I
gave
don't.
you the thing. Don't try to cut
Let.
me off.
All right. All right. Let.
This is
All
how
right,
you are.
Christina,
You're
go ahead.
controlling,
Go ahead.
Roy. That's the problem. You're controlling and you're bitter because when I go on your panel, you push me against the wall because you don't like what I say. Because all I'm simply doing is defending women. That's it. I'm not saying anything about you. All I'm saying is you do hate women. Yes, that's a fact. I'm not saying anything against you as a person other than that. You do hate women.
How can you say
What's
that?
so wrong about that?
Hold on. How can you say that that's a fact? Isn't that your opinion based on what you've heard him say?
No. Look at everything that he says. He doesn't like women. Obviously, he uses them for pleasure, sure. But he doesn't like respect women. He calls them hoes, bitches. He says all this stuff about them. They open their legs. You know, the guy can go in. I mean, that's all disrespectful stuff. Like, I can say that, but why does he get so mad and defensive about it? Is because it's true, right? Why would you
How
get mad if it's not
Well,
true?
well, I would say he could be mad either way if it's but I think, in my opinion, that would be an opinion. It could be a good opinion in terms of, or a fair one that's saying, well, he says these things, so therefore I think he hates women. But I think it's still an opinion. It could be a strong one. It don't necessarily mean it's a fact. So I'm wondering, like, the only way we can see it's a fact if you see him actually doing something towards women. And even then, that could be something that can, there's always a story to that, but it could be a fair opinion, right? Roy, it could be a fair opinion that you say that you have the way you talk about women, that someone may consider that you being a woman hater. Was that be opinion?
Well, she can assume that. Sure, she's more than welcome to do that. But don't take it on the things I say, especially when the same things I say are statistical facts that anybody can look up. If I give you a wrong fact and you call me out on it and say, "Oh, now you're just making this up because you hate women," that I can understand. But when I'm giving you facts that anybody can look up on Google, and it's a simple biological fact that if women keep their leg closed, they don't get unwanted pregnancies. That's common sense. I don't even have to look that up on Google. That's biology. That's common sense. And to sit there and then use that against me as saying I hate women because I'm using a statistical fact that if you keep your legs closed, you won't get pregnant. Come on, that
But
opinion is disingenuous.
you're missing the point. The way that you talk is the reason why I think you hate women. It has nothing to do with whatever you're talking about right now, as far as sources go.
It's the language.
I'm talking about the way that you speak.
So what? So
Respectful.
what? So
That's
what?
why this is the thing. When I went on there, I was very respectful. I didn't go on there to mistreat you or do anything. I was just having a simple conversation back and forth. You got really upset. You started, raising your voice. So I figured it out real quick that I shouldn't even be on your channel, and that's fine. I don't have to be because you don't get along with me as a woman, and that's okay. We don't have to get along.
No, I don't get along with people that have disingenuous conversations. When their facts are right in your face, Christina, and then I pull up the facts because you asked me to pull up the facts. I pull up the facts and I give you the reasons that you asked for. You still sat there and said, I don't believe you, Roy. I don't believe you. I think they're wrong. That's being disingenuous. I'm being genuine. I'm having a genuine conversation with everybody in this room right now. It's a genuine conversation. And then you want to come to my channel and we have this discussion. I'm being genuine with you. Just because it comes out of my mouth harsher than it would Pedro's, Hannibal's, or Dennis's doesn't mean the facts aren't the facts. And when I give you the genuine facts and you choose to ignore them, at that point, you're disingenuous to me. And yeah, I don't want to deal with you because you're not being legit or genuine in your conversation because it's not going your way. You get your feelings hurt and then you start acting disingenuous. And I don't deal with people like that. I don't deal with people like that.
Well, then you shouldn't have people on your panel if you're going to treat them like shit.
I never treated you like shit.
Yourself. Just do your own
I
thing.
never
Fine by
I never
yourself.
treated you like shit. I never treated you like shit.
Yes, you did. That's the problem. You mistreated me. Don't you understand?
Dennis.
So Christina, hold up. Christina
go ahead.
Christina, you felt like you were mistreated by Roy, right? That's what you're saying, correct?
I was definitely mistreated.
Right. You felt that way based on his words and the words he used. And Roy is saying, I just speak this way. Maybe I didn't mean to mistreat you, but I'm just speaking from a place of my truth. That's what it sounds like. And at the end of the day, like, do you guys really need to agree or like each other? You really don't, right? So, you know, whether Roy feels he's right based on facts or whether Christina feels he's right based on how she feels, based on what he says, does it really matter? Do you guys have to agree? Do you guys need that from each other or do you not?
No, that's what was cool about it, Pedro. I can agree to disagree. But then she went the next day and had to do this 1.5-hour live stream calling me a woman hater. Because she got her feelings hurt or she felt that I disrespected her. And now all of a sudden, because I disrespected her, I got to hate every woman in the world. That don't make sense. And that's what,
Roy,
that's
can I
what
ask you a
said.
question? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you a woman hater?
Hell to the fuck no, bro.
So then who gives a fuck what Christina says for an hour and a half?
Because it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful because I could have went on and did a 1.5-hour live stream saying how stupid she was because she was disingenuous, didn't want to listen to the facts. Did I do that? No. I moved on to the next thing. I didn't go back to try to degrade her and call her names and say stuff like that about her. No, I did not. And if I really hated her or I hated women, oh, trust me, she would have got the ass chewing just like this last ass chewing. She would have got that, but I let it go because I don't hold grudges. She's allowed to think her way and say the things she want to say. But she chose to take it to the next level because she didn't like what I had to say to her and take it to a whole new level. So that was on her. That wasn't on me.
You let it go. You just made a video of clowns. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know I did because like I said,
So
you
you
get your
let it
feelings
go and
hurt. Dennis protects you. Listen, you did it. You made the 1.5-hour live stream calling me a woman hater, which started the bullshit to begin with. And then Dennis decided that he wanted to agree with you. And then on Dennis's own live, which I already told you guys, he's the one that set up the live. He's the one that said it's all about me, my live. He goes and protects you and lets you kick people off because once again, there's numerous men and a woman up there that was going to get in your ass to tell you how weak you were and how Eli spanked your ass, but you couldn't handle that, so you kicked everybody off the panel. So that's why you got included in the video, sweetheart. That's why. Because you're the one that you live your life by feelings, not facts.
Do it. I hurt your feelings. You can't stand somebody actually booted
You don't hurt my feelings.
Actually boots everybody and bans everybody. So you don't
now you're saying stupid shit because people goof around in my chat talking about I ban them and goof shit. Yeah, I ban people. I goof around with people. I ban certain people because you know why? I don't allow my chat to be disrespected, and I don't allow myself to be disrespected by people who just want to come in and say something stupid. My people come to my chats to listen to what we have to say, to participate, not be distracted by idiots. So if I do block somebody, there's a reason behind it. And just because everybody goofs around with Roy on his chat, oh, Roy's always blocking me, Roy's doing this, you're gonna take it as real. So once again, you're misinterpreting shit that's being done and just running with it, thinking it's fact. And that's once again disingenuous.
So
Hey,
you don't
I got
like
a question. I got a question. Hold on. I got a question. Christina, are you a troll?
Why would I be a troll? That makes no sense.
I'm asking. I've seen that comment a few times.
No.
People have okay. I'm just asking.
A troll would be constantly like doing certain things to make somebody mad. I'm speaking facts, and people don't like that. They can't handle the truth. So that's
so how can you and Roy both be saying you're speaking facts, but you're talking about different, but you have opposing opinions? So I think both of you guys have to realize these are your opinions, right? Yeah. And sometimes there might be facts involved. No, hold on for a second. You guys have to realize that if Roy says something and Christina feels a certain way, Christina feels that way based on Roy's opinion of her, and vice versa. I think you guys are getting lost in the fact versus opinion. That's my opinion on it. You know,
well, Pedro, no, that's not true, bro. Because when I had a discussion with her about the whole man versus woman thing, I pulled up the facts. I pulled up from divorce websites. I pulled up everything, just like Dennis. And Dennis can jump on this because Dennis does the same thing. He pulls up the facts on the computer and tells you straight from the shit the facts. She asked me to do that, and I did it, and she still denied it and said, oh, I don't believe your facts. I'll have to look it up for myself, blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't matter what you tell her. If it doesn't suit her and what she's trying, her agenda, she doesn't want to listen to it. So I don't do live streams on false information, or I just pull these stats out of my ass. I actually do the research. So
that's not a reason to treat me like shit on your panel. Everything you're saying, it's all your feelings. You got hurt, and it's fine.
Okay,
we don't.
Okay. You sit here and say I'm treating you like shit on my panel. How long should I sugarcoat your ass before you piss somebody off? If I'm sitting there having a 2-hour live stream with you and you continue to be disingenuous and show you're disingenuous not only to myself, which is disrespectful as shit to me, and then you're being disrespectful to my chat because you're being disingenuous to my chat at that point, how long am I supposed to let it go, Christina? Am I supposed to just let you ramble on?
How am I being disrespectful by telling you I'm defending women? How is that disrespectful at all? I didn't say anything bad about you other than you're a woman hater.
That's something bad, though. Calling someone a woman hater that they don't think that they are, it's negative.
Really feel that way. I mean, it is what it is. But
I think Roy, can you? I'm sorry for interrupting. Roy, can you accept that she just thinks you're a woman hater and just kind of?
Yeah, it's fine. She can think whatever she wants. I could care less. Think what you want. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
All right, go ahead, Christina. Go ahead.
So if you think that's disrespectful, me going back and forth with you, trying to defend my views about women, and you're doing the opposite, and I'm not doing the same thing to you, I'm not getting upset. You're the one that's mad. So then you're offended. That's on you. That's your feelings. That has nothing to do with me. That's your problem.
No, it's not being offended. It's called being disrespected.
No,
because I come into the chat with a genuine discussion, a genuine discussion. That's what I come in with. So I'm being genuine with you. You're being disingenuous to me is being disrespectful to me. That's plain and simple. Because I'm not being disrespectful to you. Could I make up all kinds of shit about women? The current situation of the dating and all this other crazy stuff? Could I make that shit up? Sure, I could go balls to the wall. But I don't do that. I show you the respect. I listen to what you're saying, and I'm arguing back, or we're having a discussion back and forth. I'm pulling the facts, and I'm doing this and that, and then you're still just flat out refusing it. That just shows you're disingenuous and disrespecting me because I'm not disrespecting you when we're having a legit conversation.
No.
So
this is all like you're just crying for no reason. Like seriously.
Nobody's crying about shit. What are you talking about crying?
I don't
You're
care.
the one fucking crying, homegirl,
I really
because you're the
don't
one making
care.
videos.
Talking about
Let's get it out right now. Let's get it out, Christina. You're the one
that
fucking
is
crying
my
because
mouth.
you're making
That's
videos.
fucked up.
You're making the
All right, all
videos.
right, all
No,
right,
come
all
on.
right. Hold on,
Wait,
hold
see, this
on.
is what I
Chill
mean by
out,
being
chill
disingenuous. This
out.
is what I mean.
Hold on.
You're
You're
This is
waking
what I
me up.
mean.
I'm trying to fall
Once
asleep.
again,
You're waking me up. Hold on a
once
second. Hold on.
once again,
Hold
disingenuous.
on.
This
I
is what I'm
understand.
talking
Okay,
about.
I got you, Roy. Got you. I'm trying to sleep. You guys are yelling. Hold on a second. Dennis, you haven't spoken in like 25 minutes. What is your thoughts on this situation?
I'll be back. I
Be
gotta take a
honest,
piss.
though. Like, be
See,
completely
I'm the
honest, regardless of your business partner. And
Yeah.
you know, listen, Roy's not your business partner, but you guys have been on lives for weeks, and I think you like each other. Whatever, you know, I feel that. I feel it.
It's
Pedro,
fine.
I don't know. Pedro,
Nah, it's
you may
fine.
feel it
They're
like
more. It's okay.
they're cool. It's just some issues. What
Yeah.
is your honest opinion about this? Do you think that it's just opinion on delivery, or real facts on who's like? Tell me your feelings right now.
So I don't necessarily think that. So this is what it is. It ain't words. It's more of behavior. So the reason why I think that he's not necessarily a woman hater, I think that's an old school term. I think he just looks like he acts like women are beneath him because of the fact, like for example, me giving my girl because of my gambling issues, my spending issues, giving her access to all my money. She's paying the bills. He thinks that's weak. He thinks that certain things women shouldn't do. He talks down on women on a bunch of different issues, which I think the chat pretty much wants to like Christina to give like 3 solid facts that he said about women. And one would be he said that women shouldn't handle your money as a man. I'm pretty sure he's going to say a woman should not make any decisions in your house. And then I'm pretty sure he's going to say something like, and these are all like old school ways that I was raised
He said these
thinking,
things.
but now
He said these things.
the two he said I'm weak for letting my chick pay my bills for me with my money because of the fact I'm terrible with money. And my grandmother, my mom, they always took care of the money. That's what I thought you're supposed to do, which is why I like to have a girl, a woman to do that for me. And then he said something about like women shouldn't, lead for the most part, making decisions, which I used to be the same way. I used to think, women shouldn't. Actually, he's coming back right now. I guess I could say
Is that Eli? Is Eli actually wants to get in? Because I could send him the link. Is that Eli?
So Roy, what I was saying, the reason why I would say you think less, you don't hate women, you just think women are lesser than men. Because remember we were talking about the money situation. You said you would never let a woman handle your money. That's weak. Then you said something about women would never lead anything in your house. When I said that, it's going to be a joint decision, you said women should have no decision making pretty much in your house.
Well,
like men are leaders.
When did I say this, bro? When did I say
I'm
this?
asking you. No, the first one, I know you said the first one about the checkbook situation, about you're weak as hell for letting your chick pay your bills with your money. But the second one, I'm asking you, that conversation we were having with a bunch of people, and I said, Cali girl, she makes some decisions, but for the most part, I'm the man in the house, is going to be my way. But she has her say so. A bunch of y'all said that that's weak as hell. And it was a lot of beating up on women.
I said that's weak as hell because you're the one that says it's weak as hell. You're the one that always said a man is supposed to be the leader. A man is supposed to pay for this. A man is supposed to pay for that. You're the one that says that stuff first. I didn't never say that. That never came out of my mouth.
Okay, so Pedro, you live in the Midwest. In the Midwest, it's still traditional to where men usually head the household, pay the majority of the bills. Most of the women now 2024, they work, but most of the time men pay all the bills. We run everything. But on the West Coast, it's different. Women, it's 50-50. You call the women partners, not your woman. It's different cultures. That's what I'm saying. That mentality that I had in the Midwest,
my bad,
it's sexist, it's ignorant, and it would make me think women are beneath me. Like you're like pretty much not, I don't own you, but like you do what I say or you're out of here. That's what I'm saying. That would be considered you hate women in 2024. And I think that's where she's at. She's like the 2024 version of I hate women because you don't treat them equal. Would you call your woman a partner? Like y'all are equal in every aspect of life, paying bills, everything?
Listen, I'll say this. I think in 2024, it's really hard to speak on other people's relationship dynamics. But I will say this: I am a little. My girl's stay-at-home mom. I pay all the money is mine, but that's what works for us. And I got really lucky to meet the person in this stage of my life that wanted the same things that I wanted. And I think a lot of people struggle to find a match and have real conversations about what's important to them. I think a lot of men are weak and aren't able to say their truth. And I think a lot of women also don't speak their truth. I got lucky to find and match mine up. So for me to answer that question is a little difficult because I'm traditional when it comes to certain gender roles in my relationship, but I also don't give a fuck about what other people do. I don't care whether that's in the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest. If you have a relationship, Dennis, where your girl's paying the bills, good for you. If Roy has a relationship where he's paying all the bills, don't care. If Hannibal's relationship, that has nothing to do with me. So I run mine how I care about my household. I think too many people are worried about what other people are doing and don't have the confidence to move in their own truth, right? I think a lot of us worry about what somebody else is doing and they care about what that person, the outsiders care about, who's paying the bills. Like, to me, a real man, I don't give a fuck. If you think my girl pays all my bills, don't give a fuck what you think about that. Like, I give no shits about it, right? So for me, it's like, it doesn't really matter as long as you and your woman or you and your man are surviving and thriving and respecting each other and on the same page. That is the only thing that matters in 2024, in my opinion.
I think
that's it.
You don't want to seek validation.
No.
Through how much money you make.
Nope.
I think what you contribute to the family, to your relationship is more important than necessarily how much money you make, especially nowadays where, at this point, it's really difficult. Like, Pedro, he's blessed that he can have a stay-at-home situation. In New York City, it's really difficult to do that. I can't even, I don't even know how much money, like in terms of my chick, she makes a good amount of money. This is probably the first time in a long time I'm making more. But it was never an issue. At one point we all had the same bank account. It was never a problem. But again, you kind of got to be blessed to find the right person where that doesn't mean anything. But it's hard nowadays. I'll say that. Like, I'm lucky that I lived the life in that time I live now where, I do think about my son. How's he gonna find a mate? Tinder? Like, that's Bumble. Like, what, you gonna go outside? No one's talking to each other. Everyone's watching YouTube, and women hate women. Or men hate men. Or it's crazy. I mean, it's so much.
We're too focused on what other people think about us that we don't know. Whether it's on YouTube, online, you're watching the TV show, and we're not focused enough. In my opinion, some of us aren't focused enough on the people that are directly in your life. Like the people that you see every day.
Right.
Those are the people that should really be impacting you. Not, I don't give a fuck what Roy thinks about me. I could care less what Dennis thinks about me. I care more about what Hannibal thinks because I know him. And I could care less about what Christina thinks about how I run my household. It's not your business. Right. So at the end of the day, like, if you're standing in your truth and your purpose and you have really good communication with your spouse, that's all that matters. Now, I'll say this, do I think most relationships are better served with a man doing certain roles and a woman doing certain roles? Yes, I will stand by that. But that doesn't mean that's what I believe. If somebody else thinks differently and it works for them, I could care less about I'm not trying to impede my belief system on somebody else. I just need to worry about that my belief system is working for me and mine.
Yeah, I'll jump in right with Pedro. He knows nothing about chat GPT. The man he barely can function his phone. So that's all in his head. There's no chat GPT and Pedro. He doesn't even know where to go. So
nope.
And Eli, I don't know where you that is you. I emailed you the link. Click the link. You said you wanted to come at Pedro. I don't know what that means, but all of us are here.
Community post. Yeah,
don't be weird. If you want to come at us,
come at Pedro.
He said, "Come at me, bro."
You better pack 2 lunches, man.
Like whatever that is, but you can.
Pack 2
the
lunches.
Email link is sent. If you want to jump in, or just stay in the chat.
And that's another thing. That's another thing because he latched on to her because she's spreading all her shit on YouTube, and then that brings me into it because she's starting shit with me, and then Eli thinks he thinks he's going to help somebody. Which, please, bro, you've never even been married. You've never had you have. I don't even want to go into that fool because he's so fucking irrelevant. Use my language, but he is so irrelevant. And to even talk on my marriage, you know nothing about. Yeah, see, so that's the kind of BS you have to deal with because one person wants to share their opinion, which I let it go. I didn't care. But because she wanted to keep it going, then I got this turd doing shit. Then I got Dennis up here agreeing and saying stuff about me. It's just a chain reaction of stupidity that I don't have the time to deal with and I don't want to deal with. That's why I let it go. I don't, because Pedro and Hannibal both know if there's anybody that's been in this community that's been ripped more, it's me. I take it to the chin, a grip. They have taken it to the chin, a grip. Pedro and Hannibal both get smacked on the daily with the drama from YouTube. You have to learn to let it go. I learned to let it go a long time ago. Pedro, Hannibal, we've all done that. So for her to say that I'm hurt and this, I'm that, no, I let it go. She's the one that kept it going, which got the turd Eli fucking involved. And it snowballed all out of craziness of ignorance. Of they know nothing about.
Hold on. I think Christina want to talk. Go ahead.
Go, Christina.
Then stop making videos then. If you don't hold a grudge, move on, move along, stop crying about it, and stop making videos.
Okay, stupid ass. Now this is what we're talking about.
All right,
you're the one that started with the video.
Come on,
you're the one started with no. See, that's nothing. We're simping. We're simping for her. She's stupid ass is made the video, not me. You made the video, dumb. What the hell are you talking about?
Hold on.
Ignorant
you
ass.
Respond. You don't have to call us like about simping. I'm not.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The stupidity, Hannibal. She's doing it, and then she's trying to turn it on me like I did it. Like, come on, that's the ignorance.
If you had called Pedro a big dumbass, I would have stopped you too. So it's all the same. But go ahead, respond to what she said. She said to stop making videos. Go ahead.
She's the one that made the video first. That got Dennis involved. That got Eli involved. Then I had to correct Eli, and then I ended up saying something to Dennis about it, or going off on Dennis because of the bull crap. She's the one making the videos. She's the one that keeps bringing it up. She's the one kicking people off panels because she got her feelings hurt because she thinks I'm a woman hater. So where do you come up with these dumb stuff? That's what I don't get.
Roy, I barely even talked about you. I didn't even think about you. All I said was Roy treated me bad on his panel. That's it. I talked about
you. Okay, you did a whole hour live stream about me being a woman hater. What are you talking about?
I talked about you for 10 minutes. I don't care. I really don't. I don't have enough time to waste my energy on you, Roy. I don't.
Apparently you do. You do.
Hold up. I think both of you have time. So I don't want to hear either of you say you don't have time because you're both here. You both make time. So let's keep it a buck. Okay. We all have time. I'm here. Hannibal's here. So we all have time. So I don't want to hear nobody saying I don't have time. No. We all have time because we're all here. Okay.
He's making it more than it is. That's what it is. That's the truth. He's more than it is.
Christina, can I ask you a question? So what was your purpose of coming up on the chat? Was it something that you wanted to address, or it was just about Roy and your opinion of him? Like what do you want to establish? Like there's been a lot of talk about your relationship with Dennis and the business partnership, which what happened during the live stream with Eli when like Roy and many others came on, you booted them. What actually, let's start from there. Do you regret booting the people off the live that were critical of you when you had that live with you, Dennis and Eli?
No.
Why so? Why you don't regret that?
Because it's my live and I can do what I want. Nobody tells me what to do.
Fair enough. But would you have appreciated that if that happened to you? You come on, someone boots you off because you wanted to speak your mind.
I'll be okay with it. It's not my show. So whatever they decide to do, that's on them. I'm not going to cry about it or make a video about it. I could care less.
Okay. Fair enough. Pedro?
I got nothing, bro.
I'm still waiting for Eli. He's
How about-
typing up a storm.
How about Christina? Can y'all ask Christina? Can you ask Christina? And by the way, Roy, I just want you to understand, I've never said anything about you without you being alive, behind your back, ever, other than that one video of me saying the whole, responsibility thing. So just understand, you got to stop grouping me in with Christina. I've never.
Okay, now, just because you got your little girlfriend up here, bro, don't try to double attack me because nothing I said about you was false.
Nope.
So let's get that straight.
What are you talking
Everything
about?
I said
I'm
about
telling
you, everything I said about you, bro, came out of your own mouth.
Oh,
So don't start thinking you got your
Roy.
little girlfriend up here that you're
Oh,
gonna
God.
team up on me, homie, because it's not how it works, bro. Everything
You are
I said about
ultimate
you came out of
victim.
your mouth.
You are too
And
old to
everything
be
I
a
said about
victim.
her, and
You're a
everything I
literal
said about her,
victim.
listen, bro, listen. Everything I said about you came out of your own mouth. Everything I've said about her with the Bill's whole 8-inch thing came out of her mouth, homie, not me. So don't try to team up thinking, oh, I never said this, I never said that. I would have people in my chat, Dennis, watching you talk shit the whole time I was doing my live
Roy,
stream. So don't sit
when
there and
have I
pretend,
talked
bro. Don't be a
anything about
pretender.
Roy? Prior
Don't be
to
a pretender.
yesterday, when have I ever said anything about you behind your back? When have I ever said anything about you? When have my words?
I don't know.
Roy,
Let's think about that. Let's think about that. What
I'm
did you do
30.
the next
Okay,
day?
Roy.
I
Okay,
gotta
Roy.
address Eli
Roy.
and Roy. You don't talk behind my back?
But he
What you
does.
talking about?
Roy. Roy.
What you talking
Roy,
about?
just hear me out, Roy. Please, Roy, can you just hear me out real quick? Roy, hear me out real quick, okay? This is the reason why I don't rock with you, and the reason why I don't
I
have
could
time.
care less if you rock with me,
No, I'm
homie.
saying in
You
the
ain't
future. Let me
got
tell you.
shit on
Roy,
me, bro. You ain't got shit on
Roy,
me.
just
So
give me
don't
1
even go
minute.
there with
Roy,
me.
60
Don't
seconds.
even
Just
go
give me
there with
60
me.
seconds real quick. 60 seconds, Roy. Hear me out.
Wow,
Prior
man.
to the video I did yesterday, prior to the video I did today, Roy, I've never ever talked about you behind your back. I never mentioned your name. You can't find one video of me talking about you on my YouTube channel, and I'll play it and I'll say, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm stupid,
You
whatever.
sure?
You're not gonna find it because I don't talk about grown men behind their back.
Okay,
So I want you to
sure.
understand.
Okay, let's go, Dennis.
Stop
First of
grouping
all,
me. But
let's talk
Roy,
about this, Dennis.
stop
7 hours
it.
ago.
I said sorry, Roy. I said
Listen, bro. Listen. Let's go through. I
I've
got my
said before
notifications.
today.
I get
Roy,
notifications.
before
Remember?
today.
One person at a time.
Remember,
dude.
Dennis?
One
Remember,
person at a
Dennis?
time.
I get
Roy.
notifications when you bring up my name. Okay, so let's
Roy.
let's talk about the 7 hours ago when you brought me up because you had to have a conversation about me and Eli.
Pedro, did I just say
Let's
yesterday?
see. Let's see. Let's go
Prior to
through.
today, I've never mentioned Roy's name. Did I just say that 2 times? Prior to today, I've never mentioned Roy's name ever. That's not manly. I've never done it.
Yeah, I think so.
He's talking about today after he did a video, like people bashing me. Of course I did a video. I'm telling Roy, I said sorry. And of course he didn't say sorry. And this is why now I was play victim and try to group me into the attack team.
After the live stream where we all got booted, you made a video the next day. Did you not?
Yes,
did you not make a video the next
I
day?
said that. Bro,
Okay,
I said
that was
prior
today.
to today.
Was that today or yesterday? Was that today or yesterday?
Forget about it.
Was it today or yesterday? Was it today or yesterday?
Forget about it.
It's schematics, guys. It's schematics.
Was it today or
Forget about
yesterday?
it.
I'm asking you a question.
Roy, it was
Was
today.
it today or yesterday?
Oh my God. Hannibal, you know what I'm trying to say. This dude's just an idiot. Straight up. Now you're just an idiot. I quit. I quit. Just stay in your lane, man. This is why I don't talk to 50-year-old dudes.
I'm not laughing about what Dennis said. Hold on a second. I gotta read this.
Listen,
he got the link, but he's hanging out with Dawn. But he's hanging out with Dawn while watching a live stream, which you do when you hang out with the person you care about. You're watching your phone.
Here's another one. Here's another one. So you made a video today, right? I have a notification right here from a day ago, homebro, that says right here, Amazing Podcast 6, addressing a few people. That was me and Eli. So who's the fucking liar here, bro? You did 2 videos about me, one a day ago and then the one today. So quit lying on shit, bro. That's your problem. You're a weak ass man and you can't face the fact that you get called out for your lying bullshit, bro. It's right here.
Oh my God.
So come on, bro. Don't lie.
Roy, that was the video. Roy, that was after. Roy, that was after the clown video. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
All right, hold on.
You don't even know what you're talking about. This video about addressing a few people was after the live stream with Eli. Duh. And then you made the other one today about me ripping into your ass on my own live stream. That's 2 videos that you're talking shit about me behind my back, bro. So don't sit there lying.
What about
Sit there lying.
Pedro,
The proof is right there.
I tagged
proof is
you.
right here.
What are you talking? Bro, I tagged you, and that was after you attacked me. Like, what are you talking about? I tagged you. I'm not talking behind your back.
You
I
did
literally
attack
tagged
me.
you in a video.
I didn't. When did I attack you?
Oh my
Look,
gosh. This is
You
Roy,
talking about my
I'm not
live stream? I attacked you. What are you talking
Tag.
about, Dennis?
Roy,
I
T-A-G.
just
our
told you.
relationship
I
is
just
over.
told you. I just
Tag.
told you over a day ago, which was not yet today. Yesterday, you made a video. Then today you made a video. How many videos is that? Can you count? 1 and 2,
Tag.
right?
You
So don't
can't.
sit there and say you made 1 video. Come
He said
on. You did
tag.
2.
He said
You did
T-A.
2.
He didn't say attack. He said tag. Don't you hear? Can you hear?
What do you mean? What do you see? See,
You
this
said
is what I'm talking about. You little simping
T-A-G.
asses. He made a video about after Eli's live stream about me and Eli addressing us, and then he made a video today
I heard you.
about my live stream about
Yeah.
him. So that's
So
two separate lives. That's 2 separate videos of him talking shit about me behind my back. How hard is
Roy,
that to understand? You can't
Roy,
count?
Roy,
That's simple.
Roy, I stay up all night. Roy, I stay up all night. I'm literally up until 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm sorry that I associated those 2 videos to be the same exact day because it was literally, I put them out. Like, what time did I put it out? Was it like midnight, 11 o'clock? And it was about the live with Eli and you going off because you got booted. I was addressing that and said, you don't control my channel. That's all I said. And then the next day, I responded to you putting a clown video up about me and Christina. That's it. But prior to that, that video up after the Eli live, I've never said anything about you behind your back. I never talked about you. Roy, you don't matter to me in my life. You're nobody to me. I'm no offense. I don't wake up in the morning and think
I don't want to. I don't want to
I
be
don't have
anything to you. I don't want to
I'm
be anything
saying.
to you. But don't sit there and lie, bro, about the shit that you're doing
Not
because this is
lying.
why
I've never
people call you
talked
out.
about you behind
Yes,
your
it
back,
is.
bro.
Yes, it is.
That was after the
Yes, it
Eli
is.
live. I'm talking about prior to you beefing with me because you got booted. I've never said anything about you ever on my channel without you being on live. It's that simple. Stop grouping me up and saying I hide. I don't talk behind people's back. I tag them if I'm going to talk about them. Okay? I don't do that fake stuff. You did a whole hour stream about me, and I didn't even address that. I didn't even watch the video because I didn't want to get mad. I didn't want to hate you. Or not
Okay,
hate
well
you. I
here,
don't hate people. That's
let's
weak.
see.
I didn't want to
I'm looking
dislike
at it
you.
right here.
I
I'm
didn't
looking
watch
at
the
it right
live.
here, Dennis. Live streamed on April 23rd, 2024. And then you have your
Bro, I
one
give
from
up.
today,
I give up.
What
which is
is the
what?
point
April
of this?
24th.
What's
See,
the
that's
I
what
give
I'm
point?
up.
saying. You
I
guys
give up.
Who
just
cares?
You
make
can't
shit up.
comprehend.
Who cares?
You just
Who
You
make
can't
cares?
shit.
comprehend anything.
It is what it
You
is.
can't
can't
on, guys.
comprehend.
Hold on,
See,
real quick.
you're
Hold
dumb.
on,
You're not
hold on,
making any sense.
hold
That's
on.
2 videos. 2
Uh,
videos, 2 separate days. What part of that don't you understand?
God.
hold on.
April
Eli,
23rd. Listen, April 23rd to April 24th. Is that 2 fucking days?
Eli,
2
yes.
days, right?
We'll do another
So
video.
how do
It's
you not
24
understand that?
hours. It's the 24-hour period that those 2 videos were made. What are you
Hannibal.
talking about? It was
Hannibal.
14 hours.
yeah, hold
14
on,
hour
Gonna
hold on,
ask
gap.
hold
you a
on.
question.
Christina wants to say something. Go ahead.
Whatever.
Go ahead,
Hannibal.
Christina.
Whatever.
I feel
Yes.
like we're gonna go in circles. This is going nowhere. Can we just agree to disagree and just stop keeping track of videos? Like, this is tiring.
Well, I also this is the real coach Eli. He wants to do a part 2 with you, Christina. He said, "Could you like a part 2 with Christina and I, Dennis? I liked your video from earlier. Let's give this one chance." So, Dennis, I guess I'm helping you guys put this little thing together. I guess you guys can go do that with Eli. I guess because Dennis, I guess he liked your video from earlier, Dennis. So I guess you guys can figure out this is the real one. I had a fake one earlier in here.
I'm up for it if DJ's up for it.
Okay.
He's gonna. Here's the thing now because of the way he behaved. He has to apologize and understand I'll be coaching him because that's just it. I mean, I have nothing to get out of that conversation other than me. If he wants to help, then if you want to help and me clean your image up, which is what I used to do in the past, which I'm trying to do for you, then you can reach out to me. And don't take my energy the wrong way. I'm just kind of frustrated right now because I don't like my words to be, mixed up when it's clear. But yeah, I got you, Eli. Just reach out because I don't hate you. I don't hate people for no reason. You didn't do nothing to me, so I won't hate you. You just said some bad things to Christina, but we can move on from that.
I don't hate Eli either.
Hold on a second. That's a good question. So, Dennis, I guess Christina, you're in charge of, or at least it's you and your feelings. You're in charge of your own feelings. But you said you don't hate Eli. But he said some disparaging things about Christina about her relationship, who she is, and mind you, before you put your message out there, Dennis, about you not hating him, he would have probably continued to say something rude and continue. But you don't give him a lot of hate for what he said to Christina about her. Like how you were
Because
able to
here's
kind
the
of
thing.
let that go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. He did what everybody else do in the chat, okay? And I've forgiven a bunch of people. He assumed based off of what he saw from the conversation him and Christina and Roy had, he assumed all of that stuff. And then he went on to my channel, I guess, and somehow saw that, she also said these things. So he really was going off misinformation. And I know what he was trying to do. He was literally trying to be a life coach thinking he was helping her, but he just overstepped. And like I said, everybody deserves redemption. Just like I said some wrong things, which is why I continue to tell people, if I act out of bounds, call me out, and then I'll apologize, and then move forward. And that's what Eli, I'm telling him to do. Reach out and say sorry, because all the other videos, all that crazy stuff, you can't like act out and lash out like that if you don't get your way. Because to this day, I haven't ripped Eli. I said that nasty thing about I'm gonna like destroy you. I'm talking about like through videos. I was gonna like cook them. But even now, I never said anything bad about Eli. I don't care. Like, no offense to Roy, Eli. I don't care about nobody on YouTube. The only person I care about, honestly, I like watching twerk videos when he's ripping people. I like to watch. I don't like watching gig videos. So I want everybody to understand. I don't care. All I watch is freaking Patrick David Beck. I watch him, and I watch Hannibal's. I did actually review one of your videos, the videos on the mayor. And then whenever Pedro puts something like, I'm going to rip you guys for being lazy or something, then I'll watch his video. That's what I like to watch on YouTube. So forget about me, guys. I'm faded to the black after today. I'm to the black.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
You show you don't care about nobody but yourself, because your little girlfriend there 2 weeks ago was crying because you didn't want to help her with her YouTube channel. So you had to call her up and apologize and do all kinds of crazy stuff for her. No. Right? But so that shows you don't care, bro. It shows you don't care about nobody but yourself.
Right.
Because she had to come on there 2 weeks ago on your live stream crying that you refused to help her. You didn't want to help her. So come on, bro.
No,
Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts.
Let's get the facts straight. Not just Christina. There's a bunch of people that want help from me on YouTube, and Hannibal and Pedro would know that you can't like force somebody to do YouTube. I'm not going to babysit and call anybody every day to do YouTube. Pedro ain't going to tell me every day, do your videos. No, if I go do the videos and I might say, hey, Pedro, what do you think about this?
But wait a minute. Weren't you just on here bragging about her being weren't you up here bragging about her being a business partner and all this? But yet you didn't want to help her 2 weeks ago. You didn't want to help her 2 weeks ago because she came up there crying that you didn't want to help her or refused to help her. Come on, bro.
She wanted me to call her every day to remind her to do a YouTube video and push her to do a YouTube video. I don't have that in me to do. You got to just do it.
You're a business partner. You're a business partner. Well, let me tell you something. You're a business partner. If you got a business partner that needs your help to make your business grow, you don't ignore and you sure the fuck don't not help her. So come on, bro. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
She did videos.
That's why you're not successful. That's why you're not successful at anything. That's why you're not successful at anything, because you only think about yourself. You're talking about being a business partner, but yet you left your business partner behind 2 weeks ago that you had to cry. Come on, bro.
Go ask anybody in Youngstown. Say D Page. Ask anybody that's from Youngstown from 2004 or 2000.
Oh yeah, that's when you had because that's when you had your that's right. Because that's when you had your money. Yeah, that's when you had your little inheritance. That's when you had your inheritance and you had to go buy all your friends off. So come on, bro.
Guys. It's 1:30 in the morning over here. Okay. Christina, you were saying something?
Can we just, end this live on a good note? I think it's about
I don't know about the good I don't know if it's a good one.
That's funny. That was funny. That was actually
look, I like to start off.
Okay.
Roy.
Well,
Roy, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I apologize for my behavior. You're a good man. And you didn't deserve that. Will you accept my apology?
Sure.
Thank you, Roy.
What about me, Christina?
Why
I
should we
don't owe you
apologize to you?
apology.
Yeah, what the?
I don't owe you apology. I didn't do it.
What?
I just
Hey,
wanted to feel
Hannibal,
good. I just wanted to feel
Hannibal,
good.
I need to apologize.
You need to apologize to me, and we'll talk
Oh,
later
fuck you,
about it.
Fuck you. Fuck
Hey,
you.
I'll apologize to Hannibal. Sorry, I'll apologize to Hannibal. I said too many curse words. Hopefully you
It's
stay
all-
monetized.
Shut up.
Hopefully you stay
Get outta
monetized.
here. It's all good. Listen, I know, Dennis, are you doing a live after this? Are you on live? Or you...
Here's the thing. I'm probably not because I got to. Actually, yeah, I'm probably going to do it.
Go
live.
ahead.
More likely.
Invite Christina on.
Of
Invite
course.
I got a lot
Roy
to talk
on,
about here.
and try to get to a meeting place. Of
No, he came and say sorry. He came and say sorry.
Cool.
Like,
Come on.
sorry.
All right, let's be
No,
honest.
he thinks
You
it's too
guys
good to say sorry, so
hold
not.
on. No.
Nope.
Before I go to bed, you guys were able to have a conversation.
Yes.
Until Christina jumped on, and then y'all started yelling at each other.
Facts.
Let's be honest.
Facts.
I think you should bring Roy back on, have a conversation.
Yep.
On your channel.
Yep.
You don't have to do it. I'm just suggesting it.
I agree.
But you guys were having a conversation. You guys had some things in common.
Roy, if DJ apologized to you, would you consider his
I
apology?
already apologized 2 times.
No.
I apologized 2 times. He thinks it's too good to apologize. So fuck it. I don't need to.
Yeah, you got Eli. Eli, come on to your live, Dennis. You gotta go online. You gotta go live.
Listen. You know what's funny? I gotta say this. That can't be Eli.
That is Eli. That is
Are
Eli.
you sure?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm not gonna. You know what I'm gonna say?
No, don't bother.
All right, Eli. Eli. You know what? I'll come on, Eli, and we got a conversation. It's fine.
Go ahead. Do that live. I'll check it out tomorrow. I gotta go to bed. I got stuff to do. But
Okay.
I appreciate Dennis. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate
you accepting Roy coming on before we even started. Dennis was okay with Roy coming on. So let's not. They went back and forth, but Dennis, we didn't ambush him. He was cool with it. So, and Roy, I appreciate you coming on. And Christina, I appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
Thank you.
You guys made it very, very entertaining. I hope you guys work it out. I think Roy and Dennis have a good rapport with each other. There's some little things going on here.
I've already said I have no issues with Dennis at all. Like I said, I don't take shit personal. I don't.
Right.
If you want to attack me, I'll attack back, and then I move on. I've done it with all these guys. Me and Pedro's done it. Me and Hannibal has done it. I do it, and guess what? I'm still up here. We're still having a civil conversation. I do what I do, and I move on. And I said I never had any hard feelings towards you, Dennis. That's pretty much apologizing because I don't have any issues with you. I told you that. That's pretty much apologizing to you.
Okay. I got you.
You guys can figure it all out and all that. Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out. Can you give a shout out to Nothing But Silicon? Because on that stream, it's muted on my channel. I'm streaming this, but it's muted. She said a $20 super chat. Nothing But Silicon. She said I haven't forgot about you. I appreciate that super chat. Nothing But Silicon. That was sweet.
Yeah. She's
invited to the hot tub.
and she's been very supportive of all of our content for a very long time.
He is a she.
Well, I don't.
He's invited to the hot tub.
You can't listen nowadays. You can't just assume.
Yeah, no, you're right, but I can assume because I don't dig into that shit. Like, that's the dude.
I saw the picture.
He said it was a dude.
I just saw the picture.
No, I know that, but he is.
Nothing But Silicone is a man.
It's
and
a dude.
Okay, well, he's invited to the hot tub.
Listen, guys, my wife is still up because of you guys. She is all in. She has no idea what's going on. She's been watching the entire time.
Bro,
she's all in. So
let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't. I've met Carla. Y'all don't want to smoke. Trust me.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
But if Carla comes up here, heads are gonna roll. And y'all ain't ready.
I gotta get myself to sleep. But appreciate you guys for coming through. I know Dennis may have another live later on. Check him out. Hopefully put all that stuff in the link below. But appreciate you guys for coming through. And
appreciate you guys.
Later.
Yep. Y'all have a good night.
Later.
Peace. Good night. Thanks.